Don't mind me. I'm just writing a script. I don't know. I just thought I'd try hard to do some sound that sounds cool. Writing a really quick script here just to start off the show. All right, there you go. What script? Nothing. it's dumb. What is up, guys? What's up, man? What's up? Hang on. I still have. All right, there we go. Okay. All right. I can see myself now. Okay, yo, what is up, Taz? Early as always. Xiao, what's up, man? What? I wonder what the banners are. Wait, what do you mean? You haven't seen it? It's out. It's out, man. On Twitter, and probably Hoyo Lab too. You know, it's out on Twitter and Hoyo Lab. I'm sure the drama is, ooh, man. MiHoYo loves taking its community for I forgot I didn't change the thing yet, the feed. MiHoYo loves taking its community for an emotional joyride, huh? Hashtag Dia deserves better. Yo, what's up, Mamoru-san? How's it going, man? Oh, garage digging. What? I'm sorry, sent Bowmaster. I don't understand. Whoa, garage digging. Wait, is that you, Siri? It's sarcasm, dude. Sheesh. Lol. Yo, what's up, bruh? How's it going, man? Okay, well, anyway. What I was... I guess I should, at the very least, let you guys hear what I was writing. What dumb script I was writing. I wanted to write it before I actually turned the music off, or before my intro song ended. Also, is my music playing? Oh, it is. It's just so quiet because I have it on. I have my computer on speakers today. You know, I pretty much wear a headset all day long already, and I don't want to have to wear a headset on stream while streaming, if possible at all. Weapon banners terrible because they're aren't much universal as for character banners. Many people don't like Cyno and Dehya. You know, standard. All right. It's a very honest take here from April. All right. We'll talk about that in a bit. We'll talk about it in a bit. Yeah, you can bet I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah. Woo. Man, the drama around Dehya, unreal, man. Absolutely unreal. Anyway. So yeah, here's the dumb script that I look at my profile picture. Is that a new profile picture? I'm sorry, Mamoru-san. Like, it looks so small to me because, like, you know, it's I only see it on YouTube chat that I honestly can't tell if it's different or not. So anyway, I wanted you guys to hear, I wanted to ask what your guys' thoughts were, because 3 days ago I I don't know if you guys know this YouTube channel called Spin-In Sessions. Apparently, it's like a professional like music studio. It's from what my understanding, which is also owned by Warner Bros. And so every week, I believe, yeah, every week they have this basically. It's not exactly a podcast. It's basically a show. Like they air an hour show of what they call spin-in sessions, and the host, like I finally caught what the host's name was, and I looked him up, and he's like this like high level, like high, probably very highly paid voiceover artist, and he has like the coolest voice. And so he, in fact, like he's so professional that he even has his own website with like a lot of like the other stuff that he's worked on, like commercials and stuff. Very American though, like pretty much everything in there was like for American companies. And I thought, I don't know, I thought about like trying to copy or imitate what he was doing, and I understand that imitating is very different from actually creating your own thing, but I don't know, I feel like I kind of got it in the very least. I was at least able to imitate it. So I don't think I'm good enough to actually come up with my own like unique intonations and stuff. Like I basically just copied everything he said and the way that he said everything. Anyway, here's my take. Like this one is my own script script that I just wrote. You know, you guys heard my keyboard clacking around a few minutes ago. Anyway, here it goes. I don't remember. Wait, what was his voice again? I remember his voice was kind of like It's your boy RJ coming to you live from my bedroom. Boy, do we have a great show for you all today with the hottest news from Genshin Impact. New banners, new art conquests, new characters, hot drama in the community with some questionable business decisions. We're going to be talking about all of that in today's show. So let's start it off with doing dailies, weeklies on my third account. Let's go. I don't know. Still pretty... I still feel like it's a very amateur voiceover work. Especially because it takes me so long to come up with everything. To come up with wording takes me like half an hour maybe with wording and how I'm supposed to say it, as well as like even the intonation. I have to think about it, right? Like it just, and I understand. I've never done any actual work in the industry, so I understand. I have zero experience in it, but still, I don't know. It's just. Maybe I'm just maybe it's just a pipe dream, I guess. It's like from a radio show. Oh yeah, that was exactly what I was going for. I wanted to make it sound like a radio show. I mean, like my goal isn't really like to be a radio show host, but like the ideal thing to happen would be, to do voiceover work. And that would be like the ideal thing, because like at the very least voiceover work can be done completely from home, provided that I actually set up a proper studio with like noise canceling and stuff, and actually like block out my window to reduce, like to basically have as close to zero background noise as possible. And a clip. Okay, all right, thank you, Mamoru-san. That's cool. I actually want to listen to that again. Thank you. Been a while. RJ, how's it going? Yo, it's been a while, Shinran. Yes, it has been. It has been a while. How's it going? Me, I'm good. A few not so great things happened, but it's not the end of the world. They're mostly inconveniences, but it could have been a lot worse, is what I'm saying. So it's not terrible, but it's also not great. Comms, commission alignment. Wait, bro, what do you mean? Commission alignment? Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, I did not see that. Wow. That is the most satisfying thing you've ever seen. Wow. Okay. I did not see that one. That's wow. Okay. If you did not point that out, I would not have seen that until later. That is actually pretty cool. You sound like a guy from a radio station. Oh, thank you, man. Well, I mean, that was the voice that I was going for, especially because, like, the guy, like the example that was like in my head just when I did that was also, well, he wasn't a radio show host. He was a voiceover guy, like a really really well experienced professional voiceover guy. So yeah, and that's why and especially because the work example that I had in my mind while I was saying that was his work on not really a radio show, but something close to what a radio show would be. Basically, it's a live stream. Like they basically like live stream what I think is a pre-recorded show for an hour every week, and it sounds really cool. You guys should really listen to it, honestly. I don't even know if they monetize that because it's a private, like it's like a professional I don't know, production studio. I don't know what Spin and Session is. I guess it's basically their YouTube channel, the YouTube channel of a professional music producer is what I'm assuming they are. So I don't think they even have the channel monetized. So I don't know if you guys like I don't know all the artists that they feature there, but the one that I remember most specifically is someone called Tujamo, and I'm very sorry I don't remember all the other ones, but yeah, a lot of big names in the music, in the I don't even know what to call it. I don't think it's called EDM. Is it called EDM? The EDM industry? I don't know what to call that industry, but whatever industry that is, it's that industry.
Body and mind.
I'll check tomorrow when I wake up. It's like 9 p.m. right now. What am I doing? Oh wait, wait, 9 p.m. I mean, wow. Okay, wait. Are you saying that you would usually already be asleep at this hour? I don't remember the last time I ever slept this hour, man. This early. I don't think I've slept before 11 in years. I mean, like, I'm not saying that I'm proud of it. In fact, I'm ashamed of it. I don't know. I'm just surprised. Also, I'm happy to hear that you're someone who can sleep early. That's so cool. Because I like the feeling of waking up and hearing the birds chirp in the morning, and just waking up to that nice, cool feeling of like early in the morning where the streets are quiet and like the sun is out, but at the same time it's still cool. Like the air still feels cool because it's too early. Yeah, I miss that. I haven't done that in a long time. Oh, well. Okay, I guess I should close that thing now. Anyway. Yeah, let's, while I'm doing dailies and weeklies, why don't we glaze over today's topics? So in the past few live streams, I've been, making a list of, I guess, topics, that we could talk about. And I guess, yeah, it's actually really nice. I know it's less of a live stream and more of a podcast, really, which is, I guess it's okay. Yeah, and it's really helpful having just a list of topics to talk about, just ready for whenever we have nothing else to talk about. It's pretty helpful. I lost it. Is it this thing? Okay, it is. Hang on. I guess I gotta focus on this. So, okay. where did I see it first? Oh, YouTube. Yeah, that's right. So someone, I believe, someone I subscribed to made a community post. They made a community post of the Dehya Cyno banners, and I was like, "Oh, it's out already." Went to Twitter. I was like, "Oh, is this a leak?" No, no, my eyes. And then I went to Twitter and was like, "Oh, okay. Apparently it's out." And I guess yeah, today is pretty much the typical day that they would release a new banner coming. Typically, it's the Monday of the week of when a new version update is coming. So it makes sense. Feel like a member of society. Exactly. Yeah, right? Exactly. It does. It does, right? It actually makes... Oh, no, I didn't pay attention to the instructions here. It actually does make me feel like a part of society. And then, like, if I wake up at like 5 or 6 a.m., about an hour, 2 hours later, around 7 or 8 a.m., sometimes, especially on a weekend, I then realize, like, oh, apparently I'm not part of society because, like, I don't even go out at all. I don't commute to work. I don't even need to shower in the morning. I don't need to shower in the morning. I don't need to change my clothes or whatever. I just turn on my computer and get to work. And I guess it's a privilege. Yeah, I guess it is a privilege. I know it sounds terrible for me to complain about something which I think some people would say is such a privilege, and I'm not saying that I'm not complaining about it. It's just that it's just it makes me feel like I'm not part of society. Henna berry, low flame, and herbs wilt. Low flame, herbs wilt. Hashtag Dehya deserves better. Wait, is this a real thing or is this only in chat? Is this a thing that the community is doing? Man, seeing there's no more quests on your screen makes me scared because I don't want to get bored in the game, delete it, and install new content. Okay, okay. I guess. All right. I guess I understand how you feel about that. Hennaberry, low flame. Okay. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Wilt. Yeah. Which one is that, by the way? Do you guys know which one I should pick? Because it said wilt. Turn mushy? I don't like. That's not really wilt. Deepens in color. So is deepen and color wilt? Wilt is wilt. It's not. It's none of these, right? Do you guys know which one the right one is? I guess it's a little different for me, bro. Maybe because I just don't. I have very limited time, and I'm not someone who has a lot of free time, right? But maybe if I was in high school or college. I feel like not part of society for being boring. Wait, what do you mean? For you being boring or for feeling bored? Which one do you mean? And looks good. There's an article that many Dehya fans donated money for the poor because that's why didn't the teaser. Oh, okay. Float. Maybe. Maybe, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. Maybe when it wilts. Something feels off about this soup. No, apparently it's not right. Okay. Alright, alright. I just turned on my AC, guys. Float. Offered money for the poor. Did she? Oh, I guess I haven't watched all the Dehya trailers. So maybe that's why. Yeah, I don't remember seeing Dehya give money to the poor or whatever. Ah, it's alright, man. I don't know. Like, I guess maybe that one was one of those quests that you're meant to get wrong. Maybe. Maybe. Let me tell you, though. It looks like, you know, you guys know what else was meant to be, what else was meant to be gotten wrong? Dehya seems to Dehya seems to be someone or a character that was meant to have been gotten wrong, at least like with the way she's made. If you think about it, it does look like a business strategy. It's like, get people to save up now so that they could spend a ton later. It's maybe, I don't know, like ideally you would want people to spend a ton now and then spend a ton later. Yeah, right? Like you don't want, I don't know. Like, maybe it's a strategy. I have no idea. Maybe it's a big brain move. Maybe it's like an 800 IQ move, right? Like look at Yae Miko, look at Kuki Shinobu and Toma, right? So at first glance, it looked like they had something. Like it looked like, okay, apparently they seem to be used no, designed for this one specific niche. But apparently they were made to look like they were designed for that one niche, but apparently they were designed, well, yes, also for that one niche, but also for something really good far down the line. So like Kuki Shinobu, for example. Now Kuki Shinobu is a very valuable asset. I would like, just because of how good Kuki Shinobu is in Hyperbloom, I dare say she's about as valuable as Fischl was. Like now, Fischl has gotten a lot more valuable than before, because of the all the Dendro thing. So however valuable Fischl was before, I would dare say that's about how valuable Kuki is now. Because I can't say that she's as valuable as what Fischl is now, or as what Bennett or Shengcho or Shangling are now, right? Because they're just way too valuable, because they just have so many different possible uses. Hi, what's up, Shimpo? Good to see you again, man. Yeah, while Kuki has that one use, and then like a lot of other like very niche, not even very good uses, right? Am I forgetting something? Oh yeah, that's right. The pain of getting old. For being boring, to have interest in cultures, histories, languages, listening to folk songs. That's that 80th song. Okay, that's well, okay. There is an advantage to getting older though, right? Wait. I don't think I saw you respond to my question earlier, Sen. That's you, right, Siri? I was going to lose updated tier list, and surprisingly, Kuki Shinobu is high on the ranks. Yeah, she is. She is actually very valuable now. Because, like, other than Kuki Shinobu, the only other option you have for a very consistent Hyper Bloom trigger is Raiden Shogun. And doesn't that feel bad? Getting one of the most powerful characters. I mean, like, okay, so Hyper Bloom is a strong team, right? It is. And it doesn't feel that bad to use Raiden Shogun as like full EM Hyper Bloom trigger. But wouldn't you feel better if, let's say for example, if you actually had really good artifacts for them? Like you're an in-game player, you're someone like me who's been farming the Emblem domain and actually have like an insane what is it called? Why did they change teams? Raiden Shogun set, or rational artifacts, or whatever, right? Hyper Bloom Raiden artifacts. So wouldn't that make you feel better that all of your hard work actually pays out, instead of just putting some random EM set on her and calling it a day, right? So other than Raiden Shogun, there's only Kuki that actually fits the bill. Okay, yeah, yep. Yeah, I guess you don't. No further questions, Your Honor. That is you, Siri. No further questions, Your Honor. All right, thank you, man. Also, hey, man, Siri, yo, okay. So, I find myself occasionally looking for you, um, because like remember how I asked you? I've asked you like a few times already, or maybe not asked you, but like suggested for you to like make shorts, or I don't know if you're into TikTok or whatever. I certainly am not, but shorts or even like Facebook Reels, if you're into that. Um, if you're into that, yeah, I don't know. Like you have something that not everyone has, man. You have something that not everyone has. Meanwhile, I am here. I have no expertise on any topic, and I don't even have like this entertaining personality. But yet I'm the one here. When someone like you, who either has an entertaining personality or has something unique about them, or some form of expertise that no one else has, or maybe that very few people have, should be the one up here doing what I'm doing. I don't know. It's yeah. I occasionally find myself thinking about like, is Siri on Discord? I'm like, okay, I haven't seen him. I don't think he's on Discord or whatever. I don't know. I just basically whenever you feel like it, please let me know. Let me know. Like comment on any video. Like let me know whenever, if ever you wanna you wanna do something like that. I could help you out with like voiceover stuff. As for the pronunciations, though, you definitely are going to have to be patient with me, because like I have no idea how to properly pronounce them, like the other languages. But as for like explanations and stuff, I got you. What should I be using? Oh yes, that's right. This is the Wanderer boss, or sorry, not Wanderer boss. It's the Scaramouche boss. Intro somehow. ARMP. I mean Eula. Oh, sorry, not Eula, Yelan. Lol. Yo, what's up, Bozan? How's it going, man? Even Toma has reached a higher rank. I love that he is the best version trigger in the game. The reactions are just lifesavers for many characters, right? I mean, Dendro kind of. Dendro has been very good to a huge chunk of the community, but at the same time, it does have its downsides. Like, okay, for example, it makes a lot of us older players feel a little bit bad, right? Because we started out the game having very few options to build strong characters. The only way for us to build strong characters was just through crit. And I cannot imagine how many artifacts that we thought long ago that we thought were trash that we just deleted. And those could have been really good artifacts today. All because they decided to change up the game, to change up the meta, basically to add another layer. Oh no. Okay, my shield broke. I just realized. I was like, okay, wait, why is Ganyu staggering? What is Animo for? Oh, particles. Oh, that's neat.
Feeble human, solidify.
Pyro, okay. Oh, nice. That clears status. I am playing like a complete dummy right now. I really haven't been paying attention. I hardly use Discord nowadays. Oh, okay. Yeah. But it's fine. Honestly, if it weren't for you guys, for YouTube, or like, in fact, the only reason why I even made a Discord account was what was it? Oh yeah, this was like really long ago. I made my Discord account really long ago, and I think it was, oh yeah, that's right, because it was the choice of communication for this, like one of the private servers I played on, like Flife private servers, not Genshin. You know, the old MMORPG I used to play. And other than that, I kind of ignored my Discord account for like a few years. In all honesty, I didn't use it until now. Thankfully, though, I took note of my whatever email I used and what my password was. So at the very least, I didn't have to make a new Discord account. And here we are. Oh, shield.
Solidify.
Access denied.
Ganyu looks like she needs to be in the ICU, man. My Ganyu is not looking good. I've been at 1k HP for how many minutes now?
I can't lose it all again.
If you die while doing your weeklies, you must pull on Dia's banner. Absolutely not. I am not taking up that offer. That is the worst thing that might ever happen to me. Yeah, happy to be here. Yo, what's up, Brian? Long time no see, man. How's it going? How's it going? Inazuma. Wait, is someone calling me? Hang on. Oh, what is... Oh, my eyes. Oh, God. My phone. Okay. That was awful. That was a terrible idea.
Wow.
Okay.
Where did that come from?
This is no place to loaf around.
That was a terrible idea. The lights in my room are already off, and I just turned my phone on. It was just... It was still like a full brightness. That was awful. Did it work? Another issue of my laziness of making shorts. Okay, well, I guess I understand that feeling. Yeah, I completely do understand. I don't know. Just whenever you, I guess okay. So Siri, here's what I would
Trembling.
say. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just telling you to maybe, you know, just talk to yourself, right? Like, especially, okay, so I don't know how happy you are already with your current life, right? Like, for me, I am very happy, but I'm still not very happy with my financial situation. So I'm not, you know, I'm not starving. I'm not constantly fighting just to buy food for me and my family every week, but I certainly am still like a really long way away from all the actual stuff that I want to have someday. Like a house, for example. Like, I'm so far away from that I even now I occasionally doubt that the time will ever come that I will be able to actually buy my own house. A car, maybe possible within the next 5 to 15 years, but house, I don't even see it happening if I stay exactly the same way as I am now. So I'm basically, I have ambitions is what it is, and I'm frustrated with a few things with my life now. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say frustrated, but you know, I'm not satisfied yet. There you go, right? I'm not satisfied yet with the way a few parts of my life are currently. Oh, come on. Come here. Come here, girl. Come on, man.
Going in. Not every wound will heal. Oh, I never asked for redemption.
And yeah, I guess well, I guess it's I know, like I mentioned this in the previous stream, where in a previous stream where I said that people have different things that motivate them more. For me, anger and frustration are some of the best things, the best motivators for me. And for me, yeah, the frustration of being so far away from my ambitions, that it motivates me. I do melt because I got Eula and Xingqiu. Wait, I can only do melt because I only got Eula and Xingqiu. Because Dehya doesn't normal attack during her burst. What do you mean melt? I guess you're talking about
Body and mind.
vape?
Power go wild. Things are about to get futile.
So, okay. Well, I still have no idea what Dehya does, by the way. So I saw the post, like the one on Twitter, that they where they kind of show the Dehya's kit, and I was a bit surprised. It wasn't as detailed as it usually is. It was so vague. It was super vague. It didn't even explain her kit. Like, it just explained, it just basically gave us a written version of what we could already see in the GIF that they uploaded. So I really didn't get anything out of whatever they posted about Dehya's kit. You know how the official Genshin Twitter account uploads like GIFs and short descriptions of new characters' abilities? For Dehya, it was like really vague. Yo, what's up, EMP? How's it going, man? Responsibilities, getting old is pain. Okay. Good evening, Genshin Mondays again. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Genshin Monday is kind of one of the few things that I look forward to, actually, every week. Because it's the week where I can actually play and have something to do every week in a game that I want to play. Oops. Why did I do that? $100 is about like $1. No, 100. It's about $2. Yeah, 100 pesos is about $2. Why do you ask? Who cares about Dehya when I can get Baiju? I completely forgot about that. I'm gonna add that to my list of topics here real quick. Yep. That's right. Hang on. I completely forgot about that. Drip marketing. What's the guy's name?
Boats are made
Al-Haytham's roommate.
back and forth, and those that come across Lure tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Baiju. Okay. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. They had drip marketing too. Kave, there you go, Kave. I was thinking of something ka, but I couldn't finish it. Kave. Kave. Alright, I'm gonna assume that I'm completely mispronouncing his name. And it's probably something like Kave. 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 Kave looks really hot, right? And like even as a dude, I will admit that he looks really hot. But then like the fact that Alhaitham just bullies him, just, like he's a wimpy little kid. It's already okay. So like how hot he looks, aesthetically, immediately plus 10 points. But like how easily Alhaitham bullies him around, immediately minus 11 points for me. On like how cool he is of a character. You know, Dia is going to be the standard banner. Yes, that's right. They mentioned that in the special program. After 3.5, Dia is going on the standard banner. No, you take away from the live stream is that she has damage mitigation in the form of sharing damage plus additional super armor. Whoever's on the field. Yeah, that's right. Like at first glance, you really at first glance, Dia's kit, at least from the way that they explained it in the 3.5 special program, it really looks like she might be a decent like Ganyu trigger, like a melt Ganyu character. But then, you know, some theory crafters are saying that she can't be. And I mean, that's leaked territory, and I don't want to get into that, especially because I really barely have any information about it. Because again, I actively try to avoid leaks, because I wanna enjoy something new that comes to Genshin when it comes. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be hyped even before it comes, and then by the time it comes, I'll just be like, eh. I don't want to be like that. I wanna be surprised, especially because these companies, they've got a strategy, right? They're already thinking like how they want players to feel when they want to make them feel, and I don't mind, you know, being taken for a ride like that, because I just want to enjoy the ride. It's not like, it's like if I looked up leaks, it would be as if I studied every inch of like and every second of a roller coaster ride, and I already know exactly how it's gonna feel because I studied it before I even got on. And then when I get on, I'm like, okay, like turn right here, and I don't want to be like that. I want to enjoy it when it comes. But you know, and I'm also not like some other people who, like, when they accidentally hear or see leaks, like their day is ruined. I don't, you know, I'm not like that. 5, okay. Do all standard rolls before then. Wait, what? Well, Genshin tall characters are hot, but child, he's sus. wait. Okay, so I understand child is sus, but I mean, like, you gotta admit he doesn't look like instantly hot, but you gotta admit, man, he at least look like someone who might like, imagine if child was like a real person, right? Imagine if he was Korean too, like he had like squinty little eyes, like fair, really like white porcelain skin. I would say, you know, he's like prime candidate to be something, to be part of a boy group band, you know, like something like the BTS or whatever. That was like the, especially when I found out that apparently Child's voice actor actually sings, and he sings pretty well actually. And he actually uploaded. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna swap over to my other accounts, do weeklies and dailies there. But especially when I heard his actual song of him singing like a real song, but then changing the lyrics a little bit to make it sound like it was a child singing. It was Tartaglia singing. I was like, wait, what? He actually does have a really nice voice. It sounds really cool too. Child Zhongli, I'll hate him, Kave, boy band. Okay, alright, not gonna lie. That. Wait, I'll hate them? I don't know about I'll hate them. I'll hate them seems. I'll hate them. It might be a bit too grumpy for that. Yeah, if they ever formed a boy band, I'll hate them might be like the first one to leave. And then like all the girls would be crying like, no, they're disbanding. Oh, this guy's leaving. Yeah, right. I'll hate them sounds like we would be like that if they ever had a boy band. I don't know how many times the Pyro E applies. Yeah, that's true. But then like from my understanding of their explanation in the special program, her E only procs when you hit enemies. RJ, okay, bye. Yo, what? What's up, Ice Bear? I don't know if you're still here, but hey, hi. Good to see you again, man. I hope everything's well with you. Take care. Yo, what's up, Anoko? Good to see you, man. How's it going? Oh, this is like me reading books. And what? What? Wait, why? Why are you like, I'll hate them? I think Kaya would volunteer to be in it just for the lulz. That is actually quite in character. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that is actually quite in character for Kaya. Oh, you know what? Which restaurant am I in? Is this the one next to the stove? I stream glitched. Oh, alright. What happened? Oh, yeah, nice. Okay. It's the one that's next to the stove. Strongly like me, after being old and loving history. Oh, you might be... at least with the side of you that I know. Yeah, you might be more like Zhongli, but I don't know like what other personalities you might have. That's actually a pretty neat question. Which Genshin character are you most like? Not do you most like, but are you most like? Right? Like, I don't know. I think it's interesting. I tried thinking about it just now, and I couldn't think of one. I mean, like, I have similarities with a few characters in the game, but not... I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't know which one am I most like. I know who I want to be like. I would definitely want to be like Zhongli. Really smart, basically knows everything because of how okay, I don't want to be the old part, but actually, you know what? I guess I do. Yeah, I guess I kind of do. Like, some part of me wants to live forever, just so I could see history unfold, and like in 5,000 years from now, I can tell people. I can tell people like how it was like or what it was like, and I could use that wisdom, right, to maybe not to my advantage, but basically to teach people, to give people a fair, unbiased opinion, and maybe not even opinion, just basically give them like the truth so that they could decide for themselves. Wait, do I not? Oh, I clicked no. Okay. I accidentally clicked no. Alright, right. I got anxious there for a bit. It was very sad. First, 71 pity, guarantee. No primos for her. Second, RJ ignore my messages. Oh, I'm sorry, Gru. But hey, it's good to see you again, man. Long time no see. Everything okay with you? Immune to Geo. Okay, I guess I'll come back for that later. Cause what is this? It's so far away, man. Albedo. Really, really. What why do you think you are most like Albedo, Siri? Interview my child. Tell me what to improve. You know what? So Spirit, I actually am gonna take you up on that, but not right now, cause I still have like a list of a laundry list of things to do in today's stream. So obviously it's Monday. I gotta do my weeklies and stuff and dailies. And a bit later we have to talk about the banners. But I don't really have anything else to do after that because I already did my quests. You know, like the Alhaitham story quest. I already did like the underground, like the desert quest, the world quest in the desert of Hadramaveth. So there's really nothing else for me to do. So after that, sure, why not? Why not? Especially if you're still here by then, so Spirit. If it's all right with you, I'd like to get your UID. So, Spirit. Review child, see what to improve. Okay. Alright, I'll get to it. Again, not right now. Not right now. A bit later. A bit later. Especially if I finish. Oh my goodness, my screen's so white with notepad. Especially later if we finish everything. And it's still pretty early. Are you gonna do account reviews? Maybe. That depends. If I can finish, if we can finish everything, like my weeklies, and then talk about the banners, the new characters, and even go through a little bit of the, like the gifs that the Genshin Twitter account posted about her kit. Sure, why not? There's really nothing else for me to do anyway. Give me the meat. Wait, why did that thing not give me meat? Gimme. Do you guys know that song? Actually, is a child man. Yo, really? I actually like Child's Kit. I think it's pretty unique. Right? Could you imagine like being able to swap between melee and ranged? I don't know. I think it's pretty unique. Although unfortunately he basically doesn't really do anything in his range stance. So he's pretty much, he may as well be melee is what I'm saying. Like, the only reason why he's a bow character is just to be a bow character. Like if they made him to a sword character, yeah, he would just be a sword character. In fact, if they made Child into a sword character, I think that might actually be better for him. There are a lot better swords than there are bows, right? Wait. No, let me think that. Let me think that through. I might be absolutely wrong there. Hang on, so swords. Okay, so there's Iron Sting, pretty good for him. Especially if you're vaping his stuff. What else? Fav Sword? No, he doesn't really need Fav. Black Sword. Oh yeah, Black Sword. Let me think. What are some other swords? Swords. Nope. I can't. There's no filter here. Okay, I guess I'll just go here. Alright. Let me see. How about this thing? No, that's terrible. I guess this is kind of okay. Festering Desire? No. Iron Sting. Lion's Roar? Yeah, maybe. Electro Charged. Sack Sword. Oh my god. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. With an elemental skill, the skill has 40% chance. Wait, does Child's skill do damage, or is it just stagger? Oh, sorry. Is it just is it only poise damage that it does? Because from what I remember, Child's, like when you press Child's skill, it doesn't really do damage, but it does enough poise damage that it procs his Riptide, and it also procs Mona's burst. It pops the bubble. That's what I remember. There's an underground desert quest? Yeah, there is. Wait, didn't it pop up for you? It should pop up here. It should pop up here. I'm talking about the first one that you get, EMP. Like literally the first one, and it automatically is in your quests thing. It's pretty hard to miss.
Thank you for.
I am like Zhongli. All right. Yeah. End game player. I finished everything already. Hey Gru, are you still playing Genshin? I don't know. I guess we haven't heard from you much lately, so I don't even know if you still play. I don't know, trivia. Yeah, please. That would be awesome, man. You know, if I really wanted to, like, because you basically give us your trivia for free. If I was a douche, and if I wasn't lazy, and if I wanted to be a douche, I could just take your trivia, like when you give it to us, and I could literally just copy and paste it, and then like come up with my own content for it later, and pretending that it's mine. if I really wanted to be a douche, and if I apparently if I wasn't too lazy to get up and make something of my own, but I don't know. I mean, like even someone in chat could do something like that. Yo, ABC, long time no see, man. How's it going? Which guns better go for? C2 Nahida or C2 Raiden? What is C2 Nahida? I don't actually know. Man, I don't know. Wait. So I remember that a lot of the new 5 stars, C2 is like the go-to constellation. Ones marked by Seeds of Skanda applied by Nahida herself will be affected by the following effects: Burning Bloom versions. They receive okay. Can score crit hits, crit rate, crit damage, fixed as 20, 100 within 8 seconds, being affected by quick and activated spread. Because oh my god. I gotta say they're equally as valuable, I think. Yeah, they're about as valuable as each other. So the only difference, I think it's very subjective which one you think is better. I guess it depends, because Shogun's is very much for herself, right? And I guess I understand. Nahida's is also for herself, but because Nahida is an off-field character, she just helps the team damage without being on the field. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Nahida's helps out team damage even when she's not on the field, whereas Shogun's will only help out if she's on the field. And why I say it's subjective is depending on which playstyle you want to play. C2 Kazuha Kek. C2 Kazuha is actually pretty good, man. It's completely unnecessary with how strong your reaction teams are going to be with C2 Kazuha, especially if you have Freedom Sworn. Man, that's a whale support right there. It's completely unnecessary, but it's I guess it's more it's for speedrunning. Like if you ever want to get into speedrunning, sure, C2 Kazuha. I don't know. I feel like, man, Dendro is so broken. Like with the way that it works now, especially because a lot of the current content in the game, I I don't wanna say that Dendro is broken, because it might just be my judgment being clouded by the fact that every piece of content, especially in the only place that combat content matters in Genshin, in the Abyss, is literally designed for Dendro stuff right now. So I really don't like saying that Dendro is so good, because I feel like it's being artificially boosted by that. But I also don't want to say that it's not good, because like it is. It basically allows even new players to much more quickly reach towards endgame. Maybe not really get into endgame, right? Like not on like a brand new 1-month-old account or 2-month, 3-month-old account, but it just gets you. It just allows you to just, you know, with Hyper Bloom and stuff and Virgin. Now, even on day 1, you can just destroy. You can just trash the overworld. I guess now that I think about it, ABC, because Nahida's can still help out even when she's off the field, I guess Nahida's might be more valuable because of that. Now, I don't know which one, like how much damage each one gives. Like which one gives more damage overall. Because I'm not a theory crafter. I don't know how to do Genshin math, but yeah, so I wouldn't know how to calculate for that. So I don't know. I can't give you like an exact answer. But looking at it, the fact that you can use Nahida's C2 off field, I think makes it a little more valuable than Shogun C2. But if you prefer the on-field playstyle, then that would make the Shogun C2 more valuable than Nahida's. Tasmania was discovered by a Dutch explorer named Abel Tasman when he thought Tasmania was a part of the island of Argentina, and he thought he was the America and Tasmania name came from. Wait. What? And he thought he was in America and Tasmania name came from. Abel Tasman. Oh, okay. Oh, that's so cool. Where do you get this stuff, man? Can I even... I feel like this stuff... I feel like I wouldn't even be able to Google this stuff.
Before me, worm.
Oh no, Goba's too far.
Insignificant past.
We're way behind schedule.
My body, it's... Oops. That one was premature. Come on, man. I have 70 plus crit rate already.
Solidify.
I didn't crit twice in a row. And remember, Ganyu has a passive that makes it so her charged attacks get I think like 20+% more crit rate. So overall I have 90%. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, there it is. 74 right, with plus 20%. No, cryo damage. No, that's not the right one. This one, right? 20%. So I have 94% crit rate, and I still somehow managed to not crit twice in a row.
Burn to oblivion.
Okay, nice. Hydro. Oops. Oh boy. That was not a great
Stabilize.
place to teleport to. Boo. Get wrecked.
Solidify. Is pain.
Don't you just love Zhongli? Wait, I just realized apparently you can't zoom in well in this fight.
Cruel world. Gather.
No touching.
Wow, I didn't realize you couldn't zoom in this fight. Wow. All right. Boosh.
Possible. Solidify.
Everybody stand back. Nice and spicy.
Uh-oh, is Goba too far? Come on, man. 73 crit rate. No, 74 crit rate. Still doesn't crit.
I can't.
Man.
Lose it all again.
Hey, second trivia. New Zealand was also discovered by Abel Tasman. He also thought it was part of Argentina. Wait. How did he... Huh? How in the world does he get to New Zealand and think it's Argentina? It's so far, man. Named land as New Zealand, from a province called Zeeland in the Netherlands. Oh, that's so cool, man. I wish I knew stuff like that. That's so cool. I'm going for Nahida then. Oh wow, you're going for a C2? Nice, nice. Sure, my pleasure, man. Come on, and I have 50 million power in Rise of Kingdoms, so I'll get the win. Oh, what is that? Is that a game that you play now, Gru? Extra burst duration, E additional trigger frequency, bonus damage without even having Hydro. That's right, Pyro. Okay. Hey, I have a question, you guys. By the way, so so Nahida's what is it? Seeds of Skanda, or Trikarma thing, right? Her Trikarma thing can crit, right? So why is everyone building Nahida just full EM and just basically ignoring her crit stats?
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice?
So I understand that she has a passive that I believe shares EM. From my understanding, I guess it shares a portion of EM from the character with the most EM on the team. But then that character that shares EM, that doesn't need to be Nahida. That could be someone else on the team, right? So I don't understand, like, why are a lot of people building Nahida just full EM and completely ignoring her crit?
Let's light it up.
Her passive converts EM to crit rate. Wait. For real? Am I dumb? How do I not know this? I studied her kit a little bit. A little bit. Right? Like on the day of her release, basically I just understood it and I'm like, okay, let's talk about this, and then I never thought about it again. So is that actually real? Wait. I can't look at it now. I don't have Nahida and I can't go to the Paimon menu for character archive.
Stabilize.
I'm gonna go as far away from you as I can, just to make you have to teleport to me, or not even teleport. All right, I'm going for it. Still no crit, huh?
Who dares call me? I never asked for redemption.
That would have been a nice goblet. Yeah, that's actually a nice goblet if it weren't attack. If it was like something, if it was like Electro maybe, or even Dendro, or EM, yeah, that would have been nice. A nice off piece for Nahida. Unfortunate. Pretty busted. Makes it possible to run EM crit, sack frags, sacrifice personal damage. Like 1k EM, you can just focus on a few crit rate, mostly crit damage. Okay, so I have to see this. I actually have to see this again. I know I looked at her kit and talked about it, but because I don't have her, I pretty much just I just erased it out of my brain. In one ear, out the other. Field elemental mastery. Highest elemental mastery. Okay, so that's not right. Okay, each point of elemental mastery beyond 200. Beyond 200. Okay. 0.1 bonus damage and 0.03 crit rate to try karma. Oh, okay. So it's not her stats. Okay. So it's only crit rate to try karma purification. 80 bonus damage, 24 crit rate. Okay. So how much EM is that then? 24 divided by 0.03 is 800. Okay, so above 200 because it's beyond 200. Okay. I guess so. That's why people are often trying to build her to 1k EM. Okay. So from what I understand, her ascension stat is also EM, right? Nahida. Okay, Nahida, come on. All right. I'm looking her up online. So I want to see how much EM she gets. So EM 115. Okay, wow, that's a lot of EM. All right, just from ascending her. Okay. So 115 EM. No. Let me try building someone. Let me try building someone. Do I have a catalyst? Catalyst. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's give this a try. So okay, I just so happen to have a level 90 sack frag here. Let's see how much EM I can get. I don't have a very good deep wood yet. In fact, I haven't. Wow, I haven't actually upgraded any deep wood pieces. EM, okay. EM, all right. Okay, so you know what? I don't have anything yet of deep wood, so I'm not going for that yet. I'm just gonna borrow someone's for now. I just want to see how much EM we can get with the current stuff that I have. Okay. And attack EM. Okay, sure. And then HP EM. 61 EM, sheesh. Okay, so what is this? That is with 2 wanders. Okay, 986. Wait, wow, wait, how did I... Huh? How much crit rate do I have in here? 10, 3. That's pretty good. that's actually not... That's actually pretty good. I didn't notice that at all. I swear, I did not notice that. Okay. 986. 986, so plus 115. 86 plus 105. I guess if I have Deepwood, I wouldn't have this 80 EM, so I'm gonna take away the 80 EM from it. Okay, so I would just barely crack 1k. So 31 plus 24. It's barely usable crit rate. I don't know. I guess. But if I had, is it worth it? Because EM gives her a little bit of crit for her Tri-Karma, but it also gives her damage. And if I go for crit rate, so something with, okay, that's pretty good. If I go for something like this, then I will have 62. I will have a bit too much. 62 plus 20. No, I wouldn't be able to get to 24. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get to the max 24 already with this. So 881. I'm gonna take away 80, because if I have Deepwood, I wouldn't have the 80 EM from 2 Wanderers. So I'm gonna add in her Ascension stat, 115 EM. That would have 916. Okay, 916 times 0.03. So wait. Oh no, sorry. 801 minus 200. Sorry, that was awful. Okay. Plus 115. Okay, times 0.03. So I would get 21 crit rate. 21.4. So I have 21.5 rounded up. 9.5 plus 62.9. So I would have, like, my Tri-Karmas would basically be critting all the time. Although I would have very sad crit damage. I guess it's not bad. Wow. EM crit rate. Not bad. But if you have really good substats, then sure, you could go for full EM. Why not? Alright, time to give this back to Kuki. What? Where is... Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's just keep it at that.
It's so nice to de-stress.
Oops. No EM substat yet. 1k easy. Yeah, especially because she already gets 115 from her own Ascension. So I guess it's pretty easy to reach 1k with her. Look her up online. Yeah, I did. I looked her up. Her Ascension stat. She gets 115. Vision Hunt Decree in Izuma is based on Sakuga Edict 1635 that was issued by Tokugawa Iemitsu, the shogun in Japan during the time. Sakuga Edict is a law that prohibited any foreigners. Whoa, that's so cool. To enter Japan, including banning foreign imports, except of course the Dutch people. It is strong business and trading tie with Japan. A Vision Hunt Decree, Raiden Shogun created the lightning clouds, forbid people outside Inazuma to come in. Third trivia. Oh, that's so cool, man. Posted too much trivia. No, please. We really appreciate it, man. That is so cool. Well, I mean, you haven't been here in a while, so I mean, you do not owe us anything, but we miss you, man. We miss your trivia. I missed my E.
The eye sweeps the land.
The eye sweeps the land. And now you're staggered, haha. But I still don't have any energy to take advantage of it. Okay, thank goodness Shing chose E proc. Or sorry, Sack Sword proc.
Strike dead.
I also feel like my Fu Tao is barely critting.
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
This is order.
Only emptiness.
Something killed her. What killed her? It wasn't Zhongli burst. She died before it hit. Before it landed. My Nahida is only a 500 plus EM decent crit ratio. Still 40k spread. Well, that's the spread though, right? That's the spread. I'm not talking about the spread. I'm talking about the Tri-Karma thing. But 40k spread, sheesh, man, that's crazy. That's nuts. That is nuts. Oh, you mean spread like when Tri-Karma spreads? Oh, what a dummy. Okay, I'm sorry. That's yeah, nice. That's awesome. Man, look at you guys with your Nahida. You guys are making me jealous. I don't have Nahida. And I have no idea when Nahida is rerunning. TLDR, any build on Nahida slaps. I mean, like it. I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking about it right now, and yeah, I feel like that statement is actually correct. Like as long as you give her stats, yeah, right. You give her ER. I mean, like I guess ER might be like one of the less important stats on her, because her burst doesn't really need a lot of energy. But it wouldn't be useless on her. Right? It wouldn't be useless on her. EM, you give her EM, sure. You give her attack, sure. You give her crit rate, crit damage, sure, she'll take it. It's nuts. Like the only useless stats on her are def and HP. Been enjoying Skyward Atlas on Nahida. Skyward Atlas. What does Skyward Atlas do again? So I don't remember the passive. I know it's an attack one. Elemental damage. Normal attack hits. Fever class. Oh, basically it does like a physical proc. Okay. 12% elemental damage. Is that worth it? I guess the high base attack, sure. High base attack plus the attack stats. Yeah, I don't. You know what? I think Sky Atlas is okay on her, really. Especially if you have, if you don't have a lot of attack substats. Man, these dogs. At night, go to sleep. I know, right? Cyno needs to be walked. No, that's Cyno, man. He's barking. He's like, I'm back, guys. Here, I'm back. Come on, wish on my banner. I'm here. Guys? I'm here. Yo, what's up, Scoop? Good to see you, man. How's it going? Sorry, I was rambling for a while. I didn't see you enter. Alright, fourth trivia about my surname. Bouwmaster, okay. Is an occupational surname, like in Dutch, Bouwmeester. I don't even know if I'm reading that correctly, by the way. Is it Bow or Bow? Bow. German, Baumeister. Baumeister. All means architect. Oh, okay. That's so cool, man. I listened. I just had a thought, by the way. So I listened to all like the, especially when you talk about like European trivia. And I know that this goes the same for like a lot of other really old parts of the world that have really old society. Like in Asia, for example. In Asia, like in Asia, you know, such as like in China, Japan, maybe even Korea, as well as India. Right, like those are some really ancient cultures. So I know there's like a ton of history there, but it's, I don't know, I guess it, like when I listen to all the trivia that you give us, it makes me realize like how much stuff has happened in Europe, in that continent. And it makes me, I guess, yeah, I guess it makes me not wonder anymore why Europe itself is like the way it is now. A lot of talent comes from Europe. Like if you look at a lot of the, okay, like discard America, because America is basically Britain escaped. America is basically Britain and France escaped. They got away. They're like the, yeah, they're like teenagers that got away, but and somehow like got super lucky with their jobs, that now they're hella rich, right? That's kind of what America is, like if I talk about it in this context, because like they're basically from Europe also. I don't know, like there just seems to be so much I guess so much knowledge, so much talent coming from Europe. I did talk about trivia of the Philippines before. Wait a moment. Wait, why do I not remember that? Siri, why do I not remember this? When you say before, do you mean like this stream? They wanted lands in America. Go everyone. Have a good day or night. Oh, alright. Thanks for hanging out with us, Onoko. Take care, man.
Would you care to see?
Man, the Brits and the French were like super lucky that, you know, super lucky to some extent that they got to the land of America. Could you imagine what the land of America would be today if the Brits and the French didn't go there?
If you ever...
I wonder what it would be like. What if? Right? Imagine like IRL, what if? Imagine if the multiverse was real, and there's like somewhere out there, there's a universe where the French and the British were all driven out by the Native Americans, and the Mexicans, and then at some point, like all the different like Native American tribes would eventually go to war with the Mexicans and like the other South Americans, because like the South America, from what I remember, South Americans did have quite a few ancient civilizations that were war-ish people. I don't know if they, from what I remember, I don't remember a lot of stuff, a lot of things that happened in history where a lot of the like these ancient South American civilizations kind of went north. I don't remember a lot of that happening at all. And if a lot of that happened, then why were there mostly only Native Americans in North America? So I guess maybe from a long time ago, maybe there just wasn't much global warming happening. No, there was basically zero global warming happening. So I guess maybe North America was like less... it was just a worse place to live, I guess, because it would have been colder, worse for farming, worse for raising animals, you know, like livestock and stuff. I guess, I don't know. I'm just trying to guess. As the Philippines name came from Philip. Oh, that one. Okay, okay. I remember. Thank you, Siri.
Every journey
Like
has its
Natlan was
final
based
day.
on old
Don't
pre-colonized
rush.
South America. Okay, so I'm done on the second account. Alright, just gonna swap to the main account. Philippines, if they were never colonized by Spain, Japan, and the US. Well, you know what? I have I wouldn't completely agree with that, Jammy boy. I wouldn't completely agree with that. That if the Philippines hadn't been colonized by Spain, Japan, and the U.S., I don't think the Philippines would be any richer than what it is now. In fact, I would say the Philippines might be even less developed than what it is now if we weren't colonized by them. I don't know where. Hey, what's up, nice guy? How's it going, man? I don't know where we got this. Like, so, there's no question about it. There's no question about it. There's a ton of corruption and basically a lot of bad attitudes in the Philippines. And when I say bad attitudes, I'm not just talking about like people who are like annoying and whatever. I'm talking about okay. Here's an example. Let me think about how am I gonna put this together. Okay, here's an example. So look at the population of Japan, right? And I understand that population is not the only metric to measure a country's success. There's a ton more stuff to have to deal with, right? For you to be able to decide, oh, this country is going to be successful because it has this. No, it's not only population. Population contributes to a country's success. Like look at China and India because of the large population. If you look at their GDP and like other metrics, they look like a pretty rich nation. But then at the same time in other metrics, they're not very good, such as like with GDP per capita, right? Because they have such a large population, like it has to be divided with so many people because of the large population. But we cannot deny that having a large population will result in just having more of a labor force, which means cheaper labor. Other countries will want to invest there because they're gonna be able to save a buck by, because we already went through the industrial age and now we are at the age where we want to mass produce goods, right? And mass producing them takes labor, and labor in more developed economies just isn't very cheap. Where you could basically pay exaggeration. I don't know, it might even be true, but I am trying to exaggerate here, that you might even be able to pay like 10 people in a less developed economy with the price of one, for the price of paying one person in a more developed economy. I don't know, I'm trying to exaggerate, but I think that might actually be true in some there might be some countries out there that might be exactly like that. But if you think about it, the Philippines has a little bit more of more people. Like, I don't know the division, like the demographics of that population. Philippines has a little bit higher population than Japan, right? Japan wasn't colonized by America, but America basically went to Japan and you're gonna trade with us and you're gonna like it. They were like, okay, well, can't do anything about it. While the Philippines itself was colonized by America. So that makes you think, okay, we have similar influences, right? We were influenced by similar countries. Now, so why is Japan like a whole universe ahead of the Philippines in terms of economy? In fact, the Philippines has a ton more natural resources than Japan. Japan has basically zero oil. I don't know how much oil the Philippines has either, but I'm willing to bet it's not zero. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the disputes that we have with China over the, over the West Philippine Sea. I don't know. I feel like there's so much potential to the Philippines, and I think that it's the people. The people just aren't taking it to full advantage. Like if you look at the country like Japan, how have they been like the number 2 economy for so long until China overtook them, despite having a much smaller population and basically having 0 natural resources compared to the number 1 economy.
Solidify.
And a lot of it, I think, would have to be with the people. And I don't know if this was like a natural Filipino personality or trait, but we seem to be, like right now, the Philippines is kind of in this state for a very long time. And it has been for a very long time where one, what is it, administration or whatever, like political body, political party will be in power now. They'll spend a ton of resources, like a ton of taxpayers' money on projects. Okay, sure, they started it, and then okay, now next elections they don't win, or some other party wins, and now all the resources spent on their projects were basically for nothing. Because the next administration is just going to completely ignore everything that the previous administration did, or maybe even do something to completely negate that, because they're going to think, that's not my project. I'm not going to further push that project and improve that. I don't want him to take credit for what I did. I want the people to think that I did something unique. I want the people to remember me. I want the people to know that I did something, and not the other guy. So we keep restarting. And I don't know where we got this trait from, whether it was like a natural like Filipino thing or attitude. Did we get that from Japan? Did we get that from Spain? From the Americans? I don't know.
Take it easy.
I wouldn't think we got a lot of influence from the Americans and the Japanese, because they weren't here for very long, so they wouldn't have been able to spread their genes. If you know what I mean. They wouldn't have been able to spread their genes too much, because they weren't here for a very long time. I mean, like, I'm sure they did for a little bit, but not as much as the Spaniards did, because they were here for a very long time. In fact, a lot of words in Filipino are very, like, they sound very Spanish. Like zapatos in Filipino is shoes, shoe or shoes, and it apparently it's the same exact word in Spanish. So I'm not gonna put the blame on any of those countries that colonized us for this, and this is only one example of a bad attitude that I mentioned earlier, right? I'm not gonna put the blame on any of the colonizers that colonized the Philippines, but that's one of the things that's kind of wasting potential. Because what if that is a Filipino trait? Then if the Philippines wasn't colonized by Spain, Japan, and America, we still would be in this state, or maybe even in a worse state than we used to be. In fact, we might imagine a long time ago, before Spain came, we were basically what the South Americans were thousands of years ago. We were just a bunch of tribes. No, South America. Yeah, we were basically North and South America. Well, North America like hundreds of years ago, and South America thousands of years ago. Right, just a bunch of different tribes doing our own thing. And I'm sure some of those tribes went to war with each other because they wanted more land, they wanted more power, they wanted, they wanted things. They wanted things, and we would, at some point, we would amass like large enough armies, and then it would at some point, it would become something like what happened in Europe thousands of years ago, or what happened in ancient China, like just these like all these different kingdoms fighting each other for whatever reason because they want something. Right, so it would be kind of like that, but a little bit late to the party. And I don't know what would happen. At some point, someone is going to eventually win out over all the others. Like Pero. Pero, but... Wait, is Pero a Spanish word? I don't actually know. Spaniards had influenced the Philippines greatly. I don't know the original name of the Philippines before colonization. I wouldn't say... It probably didn't even have a name, right? Because, like, it was just a bunch of different tribes. And, I guess, yeah, even in the Philippines itself, it's like it's like Spain came here, and basically, okay, I guess I would understand, right? Because of the type of people we didn't really, like, even, okay, let's say South American civilizations from thousands of years ago. Oh, you know what? I can't even compare it to them. Yeah, I can't even compare it to South American civilizations from thousands of years ago. Because South American civilizations from thousands of years ago were kind of similar to Egypt, where they kind of already had this mindset where I want to be remembered. Like, you know, some of their more prolific leaders. I want to be remembered. I want, like, our civilization to last forever. Like, they had this mindset. Whereas, like, the different tribes that you know that the Philippines had before, they didn't leave anything. They didn't leave anything for the future to find. They just did their own thing. They didn't seem to be very like war hungry people, at least from what I understand. Because if they were, then they would have had a similar mindset to some of these other ancient civilizations, where they would conquer one tribe and conquer another tribe, and then they would like find a way to like be remembered. But there's nothing left. Either that they didn't make anything like that, or maybe the Spaniards just erased everything. I don't know, like, I am very curious. I do want to know like what this part of the world was like, especially because the Philippines is kind of an island nation. It's not like one island. It's not like Japan, but it's made up of like thousands of islands. But that would mean that colonization was like, I guess, less likely. Yeah, you know, not like in Europe, right, where you have an advanced civilization like Rome. And you roll up to some country with your army just marching. You can't march up to the Philippines. You need a navy.
Busted. Rain outlines your fate.
And okay, so here's kind of what I remember from history class. So I remember Magellan. Yeah, Magellan. And basically like a dozen men. I don't remember exactly how many, but it was much less than like 20 or 30. I did talk too much about this topic. The next day of the week, you don't stream. We know why. Wait, why? Oh, no. Please. No. Wait, what's gonna happen to me? Which I talked about so many different countries. Who's gonna do it, Gru? Who do you think is gonna do it? I don't think I said anything ill of any country. I don't know. As far as I remember, I think I tried my best to be as objective as I could be. Fascinating how civilizations up north developed much faster than civilizations in the south. Well, oh yeah, that's right. I guess you're right. Yeah, right. Cause like look at so okay. I guess the oddballs are South America, and Egypt. Well, Egypt's technically not in the south. Egypt is in the north of Africa. Yeah, that is true. Well, I guess if you think about it, there are more civilizations, like more people in the north, because like if you look at a map, there's just more land in the north than in the south. But yeah, I guess you're right. That's cool. Yeah, I wonder why. I guess it might just boil down to just there being more potential for people, or for more potential for population in the north, because there is more land in the north.
Solidify!
Witness the power of Guwa. Know my sword. Game's up.
But then, like, right? Like, wouldn't it be a little harder to grow a civilization in the north because it's colder? It's worse for farming and agriculture. If you think about RJ and our chat. Oops. Geography and climate were the culprits. Oh yeah, definitely. Geography and climate are very important. Because imagine like, let's say 10 to let's say 5 to 20,000 years ago. Imagine 5 to 20,000 years ago. If you were just this little band of, little group of different families, right? Let's say a group of like 5 to 7 families. Just, you decided, okay, let's work together so we can hunt together. Like we can hunt. If we all work together and stay together, we can hunt larger animals, which means we'll need to hunt less often. Basically teamwork, right? They've just decided to work together to increase their chances for survival. And then wouldn't they had no idea about how weather worked and stuff. The only thing that they would know would just be patterns. Like they would just notice that, oh, this time of like, there were no years then. Like they would just notice that, hey, it's snowing. Right, it's snowing. Oh, after the snow, the weather's gonna be really nice, and then after that, the weather's gonna be really hot, and it's going to start getting cold. Like they would just recognize patterns, and then they would just recognize patterns in different locations, because they would probably have to scout out for like weeks or months at a time to go hunting. They would realize, oh, there's no more animals here. Let's go hunting. They would recognize patterns, and I'm sure they would at some point notice that, hey, the sun goes down this direction every time. So they would use that as a way probably to navigate, right? They would use landmarks. They would use probably the sky. I don't even know if we were even smart enough to look at the stars 5 to 10,000 years ago. I'm sure someone probably thought of it. And they probably noticed, hey, why is it snowing here, but when we go to this hunting area, it's not snowing? Hey, the weather here is nice. Oh, maybe we should move here when it's snowing there. Right? Like they probably noticed that. So like thousands of years ago, it was more likely that these groups of people would just go south. And then in summer, what would be bad about summer? Hang on, I'm trying to think. So imagine if you were these people in summer. Summer wouldn't really do anything to you other than just be too hot. Like, what is that? Discomfort? I guess heat stroke, maybe. Yeah, maybe heat stroke or stuff like that. But then like summer doesn't really do anything too bad compared to winter, right? With winter, you can't exactly you can't farm. And in winter, animals also hibernate, thus making it harder to hunt. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think about why northern civilizations seem to have developed faster than southern ones, except for a few oddballs like South America and Egypt.
You cannot defy
But then if
me,
you look at
mortal.
Egypt is more of a northern civilization because it's like pretty much on the north of Africa. And I guess Egypt, yeah, I guess because Egypt was next to the Nile, which was a really good source of water in that type of region, where it's basically a desert region. So water in a part of the world like that is just so valuable. South America, pretty good, I think. Just abundant resources because it's a tropical country. Farming just basically happens all year round. Yeah, clothing a lot more than demand. Sense of time is a lot more prominent, having more than two seasons. Ah, oh, okay. That just gave me a thought right there. So maybe people just got smarter much earlier in in Earth's timeline. Because of that, I guess it's possible. Maybe because it was harder to survive, people got smarter earlier.
Reality is pain. Stabilize.
One swap. Hey, okay, I know how to time that now.
Whole world.
Adventure time.
Access denied. Born of ice and frost. We're way behind schedule.
That actually does make sense. Okay, that's possible. It's very possible.
Possible.
Maybe Dr. M on S. Secret Dr. RJ. There is no teacher like Teacher RJ. Oh, so sweet of you, man. Wait. Oh, okay. I was like, where's the platform? Oh, there's no platform here.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Wow, this is...
Let's look.
I don't know why I'm having so much fun. I'm not even... I don't even, like, know where to do research on stuff like this. But I'm having so much fun just speculating. I don't know, like, I probably sound like a complete nerd to you guys. Like, a nerd that doesn't even know anything. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't bore you guys to death too much. If you think about it, RJ, chat and teaching... RJ and chat are teaching me about Philippines history. Free history club. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I guess maybe if there were some stuff that we talked about that you didn't know already. Sure. Is theory taking into account countries farther from the equator? Or in Genshin?
Boats are made for transferring.
I'm going through a lot of the chat that I haven't read yet. By the way, I'm sorry. I've just been rambling. Any wishes? Grow is happy. 1 2 more wishes for Hu Tao. RJ, do you mind helping me explore? It's late night for me. Really want Hu Tao. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, are you like exploring like to farm chests
Is it the
and
code
primos?
or just
Man, that
cowardice?
sounds rough. You know, I've never done that before. It's just, and that's why I save so profusely. I've saved Primogems so profusely because I really do not want to be in a situation where I have to farm chests for Primogems. I do not want to waste an hour of my life to get like 60 Primogems. I can't. Maybe if I was in high school and I had nothing better to do, sure. But not with the way I am now, really. It's just... It hurts. It actually hurts to think. No, not even to think. Like, I'm thinking about it right now, and it will very much hurt me, like, emotionally, if I ever spent an hour just to get 80 Primogems. An hour looking for chests and stuff. I cannot imagine it.
Nice and spicy.
Wow, I can't believe it. Did you? I don't know. Did you guys notice that? I picked up. Okay, I'm gonna run away far from you. Let's see if we can get 3 out of 3. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see. Does that work? Does that work?
Every wound will heal.
3 out of 3 with this strategy. Is it gonna work? Boom. Yep, it worked. So apparently I have to run far away from her to get her to run towards me. Because if I keep chasing after... Oh, it's just like ladies. Okay. No, I mean absolutely no offense to women. Okay? I'm gonna say this disclaimer. I mean absolutely no offense to women. Hey, what's up, Shuri? Absolutely no offense to women. And I know this is a generalization. It's not all women that are like this. And it's also not just women too. Like some men are also like this. I just want to make sure that I don't get canceled on the internet. Okay. Typically, it's the men chasing after women, right? And if a woman likes you, they're not just gonna let you get them. They're likely not gonna let you just get them, unless if they're like that, right? Of course, lots of people have different personalities, so some women are just gonna be like, hey, you like me, I like you too, let's, we can be together, right? And it's so much simpler that way, and that would be great if that were possible, but it's not always possible to do that. Okay, hang on. Alright, there she is. Why did Saxwell fall? Right? And so, and if you've noticed this, I don't know if there are any teenagers here, or, no, not teenagers, like teenage boys who have tried dating, or like any adult men in chat. Cancel RJ. No, please don't. I mean, this is like psychology. I'm not I'm just talking about psychology. Typically, the more you chase a woman, the more they're going to make you chase them. That's so sad. Wow, what a good goblet. It's just on an exile set. You know what? I'm gonna lock that just in case I end up never getting anything as good as this. Just in case. But that's awful. Sorry, I got distracted. Hi Onoko, welcome back, man. The worst you can say is no, right? But then no, yeah, right. That is true. The worst you can say is no. But what if you are in a situation where the woman you like, and you tell them, hey, I like you. You mind, basically, like not exactly the way I'm doing it. You guys know what I mean, right? You hit on a girl, like, and let's say, okay, hang on. I'm gonna get distracted here for a bit. I need to find which character doesn't have max friendship yet. Hang on. I need to do this quickly. Okay, right? You hit on a girl, or like you start talking to them. You're at a bar, and okay, everything's good. You try to ask them out, or whatever. Sure, everything works out, and once they think, or they know that you like them, and they're like, wow, this guy's pretty good. Like, okay, sure, we'll go out. I'll still go out with you. Chances are they're going to want you to keep chasing after them, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, because the more a woman makes you chase after them, and no matter how much they keep making you chase them, if you still keep chasing them, that's gonna further prove to them that this guy is really into me, he's really devoted to me, whatever, and that's great, right? And that's great. I don't remember why I started talking about this topic. I don't remember why I started talking. Why can someone tell me how did I start this topic? Wait. So it was someone's message. Hang on. Wishes. Oh no. Where was my train of thought here? I was talking about chests and primo gem farming. Senora. Oh, yeah. Thank you. There you go. Right. Senora strat. Yeah. Okay. And then if a girl likes you, and they start to make you chase after them, and then all of a sudden, you're like, man, this is tiring. This woman ain't gonna give in. She's not gonna say yes to me. So you start to. It's okay. Imagine fishing. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Fishing. That's absolutely wrong. No. Never mind fishing. You start to relax a little on how much effort you're putting into them, into proving to them that you are sincere. You're absolutely sincere about your feelings for them. But if that girl actually likes you, they're gonna start panicking and thinking, wait, did I push it too much? No, I like you. But they're never gonna tell you that. They're never gonna say that to you. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna make you chase after them a little bit less, or maybe even the opposite is gonna happen. So they're gonna start putting effort towards you. And it was exactly just like that with the Senora fight. The strategy that I did just now. Or the past 3 times that I fought her this evening. I guess... Wait, so Faruzan's already here. Hang on. Okay. Alright, I guess I got everyone. Yao, Dory... Faruzan. Okay, so are they already here? Yep, okay. Alright, don't need to swap anyone out then. That was funny. Yo, are you best friends, right? Do you mind helping me explore? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, yeah. Totally not trying to manipulate. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're definitely not trying to manipulate me by saying in public and making me, oh my god, I gotta get rid of some of those somehow. I don't want to craft these though, because at some point I'm just gonna get to maximum again, and I'm gonna have to end up deleting hundreds and hundreds of them. But I also don't know what to do once I reach maximum of this. Anyways, from the get-go, if you're not their type, you won't even be able to chase them because they'll just cut you off. Yeah, that's true. Right? But then, like, that also doesn't mean you should immediately give up. Oh, by the way, not Gru, I'm so sorry, man. I do not even have the patience to do that kind of stuff on my account. I'm like, this is one of the very few times that you're gonna hear me say no. Like, account review stuff, sure, I'm not gonna say no to those. But as for like exploration, I'm so sorry, man. Like look at my map, man. I didn't even try. I didn't even try at all. Like, I tried back then. I kind of tried back then, cause like MiHoYo wasn't time gating stuff, and we kind of did all the events on day 1, and we were like, okay, like 3 weeks of Genshin, now what? I tried back then, and like the only reason I even have Inazuma 100%ed was because of the pandemic. You know, like when Shanghai was like completely locked down, when we got that extended Ayaka banner, that's the only reason why my Inazuma is 100%ed. If that didn't happen, Inazuma would not be 100% right now. And Sumeru, I didn't even try. Like, and Lost Nursery, this was literally, I think it was like 10 minutes? It was 10 minutes to 100% Lost Nursery. So do not mind that. That is an oddball. This place there's so few things in there. That's why that's 100%. But I didn't even try with anything else. I just did whatever was in here. I did whatever was in here. And whatever was in here, I'm actually, by the way, I'm not happy that we're getting another hangout. I mean, we're getting a Faruzan hangout. I really don't care about the story, but I just I wanna get those primo gems. Man, I'm not happy about it at all. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna go somewhere. Oh, you know what? I think I have condensed. Oh, we do have condensed. Sure. Okay.
One client.
Asia section, Discord group. Yeah, I'm so sorry, group. I wish I could, man. I just really don't have the patience for exploration. Senora coming to you when you move away, lol. Right? it works. The strategy works. I mean, Senora probably understands that too, right? Isn't Senora's lore like she had her lover died when they went to war or something? That's what I remember of Senora's lore. And she blames Venti for it. And that's why she was so like she really hated Venti, it seemed like.
Gather. You are not welcome here.
Let me leave you a verse. Things are about to get dicey.
Time to go.
Everyone just has a sliver of health left. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right. Did you guys pre-install already? Don't forget, guys, pre-installation is already available. Defense, awesome. Double crit rate, 4-star, perfect. Give me the perfect substats on 4 stars with the completely wrong main stat and on the completely wrong set. Perfect. Gale Song Hill and Mondstadt. Oh my god. Don't confess this to me. Kinsto Sjen dat ik I'm it drok ha me erm te wezen. I'm absolutely lost right now. That, you know, I'm gonna stop reading like these like foreign languages because I feel like it takes up so much of my brain. It really does feel like it, like just reading that took so much brain power. I feel like that probably took away. I'm probably gonna end up ending stream tonight by like 20 minutes earlier just from reading that, because that took up like 20 minutes worth of brain cells right there. Just from reading that one sentence. Can you see that I am busy being poor? Oh, that's so. Oh, that's what a sad statement, man. But you know what? Okay, this might be. What's? I don't think racist. No, racist is the wrong word for this, but like I sound like super privileged by saying this, but a lot of poor people typically I don't know, like they just don't have like a lot of poor people just don't seem to think well enough. Like, I don't have money, I can't provide a good life for children if I had children. Like, it's just okay, oh, I like that, let's go. You guys know what I mean, right? Like, oh, what the? Wow, what a... It's nuts. They give me so much EM on here. In this role. Nice. Hello everyone, have a good day or night. Also, RJ, when you go to account reviews, after I use up my resin, man. After I use up my resin, I'm gonna talk about the banners and stuff, and then after that, we might do account reviews. I did say that if we had time, if I ended up finishing everything too early, I did say that. Account reviews are basically my like go-to backup for just having stuff to do in the game if there's literally nothing to do. Yeah, but I do understand that people generally love account reviews. Yeah, it's just that um so when I started streaming and when I started doing like a few account review streams, like in fact like those account review streams were not meant to be account review streams. Like I would take someone's UID, it wouldn't even be a review. It would be more like me helping them, and then sooner or later someone puts their UID into the ring, and then like okay, sure, I'll look at it, and then I realize, oh, this guy doesn't need any help. This is an account review, and then people throw in like more and more UIDs into the pool, into the bucket, and now I'm stuck like for the past 2 hours. I wouldn't even realize it. I've been like reviewing accounts for 2 hours already, and I don't know. I from the moment I started doing stuff like that, I realized why content creators don't do account reviews more often. Because me as a viewer, I like watching account reviews. In fact, I want, like for example, especially way back then when I just wasn't that good at Genshin. I just didn't know much about like how to build characters or whatever. And even from a little bit afterwards, a little bit after I started to know how to build characters and stuff. A little bit after I started to learn how to look at a character's kit, read the text, and like understand how they might be optimally played. Even a little after that, I still wanted to watch account reviews from YouTubers, especially if I liked their personality, they were funny or whatever, or they were informative. I still wanted to, because I wanted to see how everyone else was doing, and I wanted to see if there was anything creative about how to build characters that I could find just from other people. But I noticed that YouTubers just don't seem to do account reviews very often, and I don't know what the other content creators reasons are for not doing it more often. But for me, I heard I seem to have because I haven't heard any other content creator say why. But I did hear one. I heard Mtash talk about why he doesn't do it more often, and he mentioned that he just, because he says the same exact thing every single time, like how to build this character, that character, and especially way back then when there was just before Dendro came out, right? There was just much less variety for team building and team archetypes. It was basically build crit on everyone. That was it, and it was pretty much the same thing for every single character back then. And yeah, and then like pretty much since then, like MTash hasn't done an account review, and then I was like, oh, but you know, like you're helping out different people. Different people watch the different videos. Like why don't just keep doing it then? It's views for you, right? I want to see more from you. I want to see more from you, from whoever different content creators. But then when I started doing them, I started to feel the same way. I was like, I'm saying the same thing over and over again. And I get it, that people's accounts are different. So sometimes they might need different things. And I don't mind talking about like the synergy stuff, right? Like the different team synergies, because those are like really unique in a lot of cases. Especially because everyone's account, like I said, everyone's accounts are different. So they have different characters, they have different weapons, and all of that is like problem solving, which I enjoy. But then a lot of the time when people don't know how to put together a team, they also don't know how to build a character. And character builds are stuff, you know, if you do account reviews, there's stuff that people have already said like a million times. And if I do them, and in a lot of cases, some people don't even care about building an optimal team. They just want to know how to build one character. They want to use the characters that they like, that they've put on their team, and you're like, there's no synergy in this team, and you recommend them a team, and they kind of just ignore the team recommendation you got, and you give them like a suggestion how to build this character, that character, and how to build characters properly in the optimal team that you recommended for them based on like what you know about their account. And then they just like, okay. and then in chat they're just kind of ignoring, and then like 5 minutes later, them watching you do it, like give them advice on what they asked for. 5 minutes later in chat, they're like, how do I build this character? What weapon should I use? What main stat should I farm? What set should I use? And after you just explained all of it in detail, all of a sudden 5 minutes later, what weapon should I use on this character? That's why, while I understand people like account reviews, it's, being the viewer, it's great, but the one doing them, it's not so great. Again, there are parts of it that I like, that I really enjoy. The problem solving part, very enjoyable, but having to repeat everything sometimes, it just doesn't, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right too. Like some people want streamers review their account because they want to flex. Yeah, that one too, right? That one, like, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this. When someone gives me their UID, and then they say, "Hey, look at my Ayato." When they just say that, I immediately ask, "Okay, you need any help? What do you need?" I don't blindly open up their account, because yeah, some people want to flex, and when and sometimes they flex, and whether I don't even care if I have a better build of that character or not. I guess it's just the principle that I don't like. Okay, what am I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. I gotta use up resin my other accounts real quick. Hang on. C6 Yai. Yeah, right. And so okay. So some I still do mind that some people, even F2Ps flex, right? Some F2Ps flex, but then like when they flex their, let's say an F2P. So a whale, I'm like, okay, sure, you're flexing your wallet is what you're doing. You're flexing your wallet with your R5 C6 characters. Sure, it's fine. I don't mind that as much, because the fact that you are a whale means that either you or your parents or your grandparents or whoever, someone worked hard. Someone worked hard to get you to where you are now. And that's fine. You're flexing not only your account, not only your wallet, but maybe even how hard you worked, or how hard your parents worked, how hard your whoever worked. Right? And in fact, I don't mind. No, it's not that I don't mind. I mind it less than I mind F2P's flexing. Yeah, I feel less bad when whales flex, because what I see is not someone flexing their money, because to get money in the first place, someone had to work hard. So that's what I see. How hard someone worked. And when I say someone, I don't mean you. I don't know if you worked for your money. For all I know, maybe you just took daddy's credit card. And daddy didn't mind because daddy's loaded.
Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power. Time to go.
We'll meet again.
But okay, so I mentioned I feel less mad about whales flexing than when F2Ps flex, because of the way Genshin's like when you build characters in Genshin, the way it works is it's 99% RNG. Okay, I mentioned this in the previous stream where, okay, I understand, right? You need to you still need to work hard to learn how to build a character. Sure, okay, I understand. So you know how to build a character, sure, okay. But after that, when everyone, let's say at some point, everyone is going to know how to build a character. And if you know how to build a character, that doesn't mean you're gonna have a good character. There's still RNG in Genshin. So you're just flexing how lucky you got. Especially because some people get really pushy about it. They're like, look at my Ayato, look at my Ningguang, look at my Hu Tao. And then I ask them, okay, do you need anything? Need any help? What do you need? And they just keep saying, look at it. Yeah, just look at it. Just open it. Just roll 50 CV, bro. Yeah, right?
Quietly now. Here comes the catch. No, my soul.
Yeah, and they're like, they probably feel really smug about themselves, right? They feel really happy about themselves and like, everyone knows how good a character I got. But then, like, if you think about it realistically, you only have a good character because you got really lucky, or that's the only character you have. That's the only character you built, and you built no one else. I don't let them look, so I just admit. My eye very much. Oh, okay. Right, it's like a soft flex. You're like oh, okay. Oh my god, I'm gonna head into some psychology here again. All right, so it's like so imagine a let's say a person with low self-esteem. Typically, you know, a person with low self-esteem, or someone who just doesn't have that many achievements in life. For example, again, I'm not bashing anyone here. I'm not trying to, like, I'm not telling, like, whoever feels like they can relate to this, please don't. The fact that you're here and listening to me means you're actually intrigued in what I have to say, which, at least from my understanding, I think is, you know, trying to understand stuff. Like, you want to learn something, and that's good. Whether or not you know any better right now, the fact that you're still here listening to me means that maybe you are someone that actually cares. You're not someone who's like super shallow, and that's good. And I would be happy for you that you're like that. So if you feel like you're, you know, if you feel like I'm talking about you, don't think I'm talking about you. I'm just talking about, like, generally. I'm just generalizing. So people who have low self-esteem, or just feel like they have less things in their life to be proud of, like less achievements, so that could be one of many things, right? That could be caused by one of many things. Maybe you're just too young. You just haven't had enough time on Earth to have achieved more. So that's completely fine, completely understandable. Some people also just didn't, like, maybe in their 30s, you know, they feel like they haven't achieved much yet. Sure, okay, but you know, it's fine. It happens. Maybe they just haven't had the necessity yet. They just haven't had the proper motivation because they just didn't need to work hard in life or to have any ambitions because mom and dad gave them everything they wanted to, even a job or even the money, even after graduating college, not even trying to look for a way to earn a living for themselves because mom and dad just feeds them. And that's also fine. There's nothing wrong with that because you already have what you need. You already have what you need. Like, if you don't want anything else in life, sure. Do what you do. Do what makes you happy, right? But then, because in situations like these, some people feel like, okay, I have nothing to my name. I have, no, yeah, I have nothing to my name. I neither have a career, nor do I have this or that, nor do I have my own money. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna switch accounts. Looks like it's time for me to reset expeditions, right? And people like these, because they barely have anything to boast about to other people, when they feel like they have something to boast about, because they're afraid to lose in a boasting match, they don't directly boast about it. So they do tactics like these. They flex and or they boast about it in a way that makes them look like they're not boasting, and that they try to act cool. They try to act casual to make it feel like, oh, this is just a normal thing. No, I just got lucky. I got really lucky with this, with that. Yeah, and so on. And they don't even try to say like, oh, my Hutao's really good. They don't say anything like that. They don't say like, oh, my Hutao, I got the best F2P Hutao. No, they don't do any humble bragging. I wouldn't say it's humble bragging. It's not humble bragging. It's more like scared bragging is what I would refer to it as. They don't want to brag because they have little, like, maybe they have very few things to brag about. Yeah, they have very few things to brag about, and they're afraid that once they brag about something that they have, someone else comes in like, oh, my Hutao is better, and then because that was basically the best that you had, now you don't have any way to one up this other guy who comes in. And now you're feeling, now you're left feeling worse than when you started. Instead of having, right? Instead of thinking, oh, I'm gonna feel good about myself by bragging about this. Right? It doesn't, it feels less painful. It feels less painful. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, less painful in case someone one-ups you. If you don't directly brag about it. I think RJ logged into Discord, but to or well, replied how bad the banners were. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of say that. I mean, okay, I didn't really say anything. I just said yikes. That's what I said. It's literally in there. I wrote yikes. Honestly, I'm a good boy, so they give me money. Well, hey, that's good. That's good. That means like, okay, wow, that one statement makes me think you're actually a good boy, or maybe you're good at. Oh no. Okay, I was about to say something weird. You're maybe either you're actually a good boy, or you're good at making your mom see what you want her to see. Either way, it's a compliment. Either way, it's a compliment. Either you're a really good boy, or you're a really smart boy. What do I need more of? Probably XP books. This is my friend's account, by the way. RJ, yeah, you don't even open Discord today? I did a few times. And that's pretty much what I said. I went in and I said, someone okay, so someone responded to like one of my previous messages, and then they talked about, they shared their thoughts on the banners, and then I thought, I remember thinking, okay, that's true. So I just remember replying yikes. That's it. But yeah, I mean, I was quite busy today though. Oh yeah, so I mentioned this in a previous stream. It was a quiet stream. Hardly anyone was in there, was on that stream when I talked about it. But the software that I use for my work, it was a free software. I mean, it's a paid software, but they have their free version gives me pretty much everything I need.
Right now, emerge. Right now.
This way, turn a little.
Here you are.
Pretty much everything that I need. Well, before, but then recently they made some changes to now it's basically useless to me, unless if I use their paid tier, and so because of that, I had to decide, should I use a different software now, or should I keep using it and just increase my prices and use their paid tier.
Emerge.
And I didn't want to immediately go for the paid tier because, like, I don't know, like I wasn't sure if any of my students wanted, would have appreciated increasing prices all of a sudden, especially because I wouldn't even have been gaining much out of it, like, because my income wouldn't have increased, because I would have only increased my prices just to make up for, just to be able to pay for the paid tier. And so why I was I did about a similar amount of work today, but in terms of effort, it was just a lot more effort than usual because I had to use a new software with a new what is it, workflow. So I was quite tired today. In fact, I slept this afternoon. I haven't slept that deeply in so long in the afternoon. Yeah, that's why I barely opened Discord today. Ah, that is way too far out there, man. Well, I'm going for it. I miss having a salary, man. What do you mean you miss having a salary? What happened? Don't you have a job? You have a job, right? What happened? I'm sorry, but my working hour is very long. Some here, no, I work as what? Today is my day off. Wait, wow, I didn't know that Monday was your day off.
Right now. Emerge.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is another thing that I guess people don't realize. Sorry, like people don't think about. So my mom thinks I earn a lot. Like I don't know. Like the way she talks about me makes me feel like. Okay, makes me feel like my mom thinks I'm maybe not a millionaire, but not an average person, like a middle class person, which I'm very far from being a middle class person. And I think it's because she only looks at the number of like how much I earn, but she doesn't think about how much I have to work to earn that. And when I try to explain it to her, I just get the pretend to be smart talk from her. I mean, like, not dissing my mom or anything. She's my mom, and I really appreciate her. But she tries to give me advice. You should spend more time with your family. Go out more. Eat out. Go to the beach. Whatever. I'm like, really? Me, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you keep talking about how much I earn and how great that is. And because she doesn't work, she has like a small store that she basically used to raise me. And but her store, because of because business just hasn't been very good for a long time for her.
I see everything.
It's things have been pretty hard for her. And she often says, if I was younger, I would get a job and I would earn as much. She wouldn't say she would earn as much as me, but she would say that you are doing so much better because you have a job, you have a stable income and stuff like that. And just me thinking, okay, well, you had a job a long time ago. Why'd you stop? I don't know. She just rambles on sometimes. I go cry. Gru is sad. Yo, what's up, Gru? What's going on, man? I work in the kitchen. Schedule for off is random. Ah, okay. Mondays off. Work in the kitchen. Schedule. I don't get it. How is work in the kitchen? How does work in the kitchen equal random time off? I don't get it. Yeah, but I took like a year off. It's a firm in the capital. Incredibly toxic and you need to reevaluate things. Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy for you, man. That you had that what is it? It's not a luxury. It's privilege. Yeah. You are privileged enough. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy that you are privileged enough that you have that is an option for you. That is an option for you to just take time off to reevaluate, things like yourself. Because not a lot of people have that luxury. Like, to some people that is a luxury, but I didn't want to use the word luxury to describe it because it isn't exactly a luxury. It's a privilege for you. And I'm just happy to hear that you have that privilege, man. Yeah, working a job isn't. It's like the easiest way to start earning a living for yourself, but finding, it's pretty hard, honestly. I would say on the surface, it doesn't seem as hard as starting a business or working for yourself, right? Like, making like a, maybe not like a, but like basically starting a, being an entrepreneur and basically working for yourself, right? On the surface, just graduating from college, looking for a job doesn't seem as hard as that. But if you think about it, there is a lot more effort into it too, because you gotta put up with a boss that you may or may not like. You gotta put up with work that you may or may not like, and you gotta put up with colleagues that you may or may not like. What if you like your boss, you like your job, but you don't like your colleagues? What if you don't like you like your colleagues, you like your job, but you don't like your boss? Right? So it's, while it's, that means if you want to be happy, then you are going to want to keep trying to look for the perfect one. Chances, of course, at some point you are going to find that, but when? What if you find the perfect job, but it's in a place that you aren't comfortable with? Let's say you don't want to travel abroad, or you don't want to live in another city. You just want to live in like a specific place, but then the perfect job is there, a job that you like, with a boss that you like, with colleagues that you like, but it's in a place that you're not very comfortable in, or you would prefer to be in this place. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's incredibly privileged, not gonna lie, but I am actually back writing, searching for jobs in the province, so I got this. Oh, okay, nice, man. I'm happy for you, man. You finally by TJ. Wait, who's TJ? Bye, TJ. That's why you don't see me on stream often. Well, we work just for earning money. Yeah. Okay. Wow, can't believe it. I can't believe it. We had so many interesting topics today. Yeah, we had so many interesting topics today. Like, okay, so that's another one. So, depending on a lot of factors, depending on how well off you were, no, not you, but like your parents. Depending on how well off your parents were, and either well off. Basically, I'm saying like how, depending on the financial situation of the parents you were born to, you could be in a situation where when you finish college, you are free to do as you please, or you are trapped. And by trapped, I mean you're either trapped by your own ambitions, or you're trapped by your connections, your attachments, right? Or let's say, for example, and you know, there's nothing wrong with this. In fact, I think it's like an incredible thing that some people, like when they finish college, their parents had to go deep into debt and like have had to do tons of things just to get you up on your feet. And sometimes yeah, some people have to deal with that after college. I guess this is especially evident in if you ever go into the medical industry in America, but in many other countries, like in the Philippines, for example, it could be anything. Like if you just so happen to have really poor parents but are super supportive of you, they will do anything for you, including go into like way into debt. And by the time you finish college, they never tell you to help them pay for it. But then you yourself, like you were raised well, you're a good child, you're a kind child. You want to help them out because they basically gave you what you have. And now you're in this situation where, depending on how well you do after that, you might end up being in a situation where it's gonna take you it's gonna take you a very long time just to clear that debt, just to basically dig yourself out of that hole and finally start living. Or if you do well, if your parents were able to put you on a high enough pedestal that the hole that they dug to get you on that pedestal wasn't too deep, so it's pretty easy to fill in and get back on the surface. Or that your parents were really well off, that they didn't even need to dig up a hole for you, they already had the pedestal. And if you're in that situation, right after college, you just live for yourself, and that's great. That's great. It's people's situations are very different, and some people are in that situation where we live to work. It does pain me sometimes to think that some people, like if you look back onto their lives, like really very little to no significant thing happened in their life. They basically were born, went to school, studied hard, got a job, contributed to society, that's it. Contributed to society, didn't even get to live their lives. They wake up, they eat breakfast, they get to work, they come home, take a shower, have dinner, go to bed, to wake up tomorrow, do the same thing. RJ podcast disguises stream. That's funny. Not gonna lie, I did think, like, before I started streaming, I did not just before, but like way back then, I did think about starting doing some kind of podcast, but I also didn't want to do it on my own. Like, I wanted to have at least one other person there, to like someone to either agree with me or to argue with me, because I feel like that makes for a much better conversation to have someone else there. And I just can't, I don't know, I just working from home is not helping me find that person also. I just can't. I haven't found someone who I think might be at all interested in that, or even have anything to contribute to a topic that I would talk about. And yeah, not gonna lie, working from home for the past several years really has not helped me find that person. Why is Kazuha on a level 1 Fab Sword? What? Wait, how long has Kazuha been on that thing? That's terrible. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. I think... Alright, I think that's all of it. Yeah. Okay. So let's get on someone. Alright. Okay, so I am on the NA server. Oh, you know what? That's absolutely wrong. I was gonna say this is like how much time is remaining before the banner disappears, but apparently I just remembered it disappears at the same time for everyone because the update. Oh no, sorry, the maintenance. Sorry, the maintenance comes exactly the same time for everybody. FNB. What is FNB? Sorry, Siri. What is FNB? Sometimes by experience. Job is common or not common? Series, languages, cultures. Jobs can be hard to find. Here, I need to study the course to get certified. 12-hour, or it feels like to me, or someone who starts various topics. Oh, that is actually. Oh, you know what, Siri. That is actually why. Because I remember you mentioning this before that you work a lot. Yeah, you work a lot, and by a lot I mean like you work a lot of hours to earn whatever you earn now, and that is why I've recommended that you take all the trivia that you give to us completely for free here in chat, and you make something out of it. So I understand that maybe you're thinking I'm gonna make a professional career out of this, like a typical career that I would work in an office somewhere. Or I would work for myself doing this job, or maybe I'd become a teacher or something. And sure, right? Why not? I don't mind that. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. In fact, that's actually very noble that you want a career like that, like to share your knowledge with other people. But you are also doing the same thing to us. You're sharing the same thing to us, and you didn't even need certification or whatever. Right? So if you now, I cannot tell you, I cannot guarantee that that if you put in the effort to get on YouTube or get on the internet or whatever, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whatever platform you get on, that you will succeed. I cannot guarantee that, even if you work hard for it. But wouldn't you feel better not succeeding, at least knowing that you tried? And wouldn't it feel awesome if you actually did succeed? Because if you at least try, if you at least try, there's the 1% chance that it's gonna succeed. But if you don't try, then it's 0%. I don't know. Like I'm sorry. I'm not trying to lecture or anything. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not rich. I can't like financially help you directly. So I'm basically trying to tell you a potential way for you to make things better for yourself. And I'm not, this might not even be the best advice that you could get. I'm very sure someone much smarter than myself would be able to give you much better advice for life. But this is all I know. It hits a lot harder than failure on the deathbed. Oh, that's deep, man. That is way deep. That is deeper than the abyss. Whew. But yeah, right? When you get old, like when you're on your deathbed, I don't know. I've never tried it, obviously, but I feel like I would regret not trying things more than my failures, right? That's at least that's what I would imagine. I would how I would feel, like when I'm on my deathbed, like and my life is starting to flash before my eyes. I think I would regret the things that I didn't try more than the things that I did try and failed. I already put that as pending advice, don't worry. Oh yeah, yeah. I know, man. I know. I know that you're. I know that you're a smart guy and all. And sometimes I feel bad about like constantly repeating this to you because I know that you already know. I'm sure you probably even thought about it before I even mentioned it. And I'm sure that's probably crossed your mind already, plenty of times. I don't know. I just feel excited for you because you have something that not a lot of us have. And now all you need is a bit more time and energy to put it into action. Yeah, but I also understand that that's really hard to do with the current when you're in that situation where you have very little time, and you work so hard, so many hours. There's very little time and energy left by the end of the day. Okay. Well, alright, I guess it's finally time to start talking about the banners. Okay, I just gotta switch to Chrome. Alright, here it is. I hope that's the right Chrome tab. Oh, it is, thank goodness. Okay, alright. Honestly, I wish I had done this earlier. Because there were, in the very least, a few more people in chat earlier. But it's fine, at least you guys are still here. Alright, so let's finally talk about the banners. Alright, so for those of you who didn't know yet, the Dehya and Cyno banners officially came out today. Well, for me, because earlier today for me. I'm at GMT plus 8. Earlier today for me, they released it on Twitter. I don't know, I'm sure they released it on Hoyo Lab too. But yeah, here are the Dehya and Cyno banners. So our 4 stars are Barbara, Collie, and Bennett. So if you guys haven't been... Oh, you know what? Maybe I should... Should I record this? Maybe I should. Maybe I should. If I somehow manage to like get all my thoughts out in like a reasonable amount of time, I might just upload this as a separate video. Okay. I'm gonna record this. I'm gonna start over. Hang on. Let's open that new tab up again. Deeper than Cocytus in Dante's Inferno. I think I've heard of that thing. Like Dante's Inferno. I've heard of that before. But I have no idea what it is. YouTube video pog. Yeah, but you know, like because if I ramble, if I can't get all my thoughts out in a reasonable amount of time, if I end up rambling for like half an hour, I don't want to upload that 30-minute video. I'm gonna have to cut that up. But my problem with that is I just don't have the time to edit a video. Especially because recently I've decided to use a different video editing software. I've decided to use Blender. Yeah, because apparently Blender has had a video editor in it for like a really long time already. It's just that way back then it just wasn't fully fleshed out yet. It just couldn't be used. It just didn't have enough I guess features in it for it to be for someone to use it as just like a basic video editing software. It was just too basic. It didn't even have a lot of like a lot of basic necessities for a video editor that a lot of people would even just like make their animations, their 3D assets and animations, and render the animation into a video in Blender, and then export them and then import them into like a separate video editing tool. But now it's a lot better. It's a lot better. I haven't used Blender in a very long time, and that Blender used to be like the 3D software that I used in my last job. That's why I'm familiar with it. And now it has a lot of the basics that I need for video editing. Deepest layer of hell in the book. Oh, okay. Part divine comedy by Italian poet. Also father Italian language. Oh, okay. So that's what it is. Man, thank you, man. For you, I still wouldn't know anything about what that is. Because I've heard Dante's Inferno quite a few times already, but I still, until today, had no idea what it was. Okay, finally time to start talking about the Dehya banners. Alright, for those of you who didn't know, the Dehya and Cyno banners came out today. 4 stars we get are Barbara, Collie, and Bennett. So, well, if you know, for those of you who didn't know, there's been quite a bit of drama in the community about Dehya, and I understand that they're about leaks, and they're unofficial, but we did kind of already see official footage about how Dehya works. We don't know the official numbers yet because the numbers that people are talking about in like their whole drama saga is based on leaks and it's unofficial. So I'm not going to take that into account. But people are saying that Dehya is one of the worst 5 stars ever. I do not want to give my opinion yet because MiHoYo has been this has been a trend that MiHoYo has been doing for a while now. That they release a very character, but then later down the line, a new character, a new element, a new game mechanic will somehow make that character so much better than it was on release. And I have no idea how Dehya works. I have no idea of her multipliers because I actively try to avoid leaks, and I've been pretty successful at doing that with Dehya, avoiding the leaks. So I am not going to give any of my opinion about how good or bad she is yet. Not gonna lie, if all you care about is how good she looks, wow, she looks good. Aesthetically, not her kit. Aesthetically, not her kit. This banner doesn't look good though, because so 2 of the 4 stars in there are 4 stars where you don't really need constellations, but everyone gets for free. I'm talking about Barbara and Collie. I forgot how you get Barbara for free. I think it's just getting to AR20. I don't remember. Or is it just completing... Oh no, I think it's just for completing a certain art conquest. I don't remember. But it's just you play the game, you get a free Barbara, and Collie, you get a free copy of her from, I believe it was I'm not sure if it was an event or if it was an art conquest, but you also get a free copy of Collie after completing floor 4 of Spiral Abyss, which you actually can complete like, fairly early on in the game. So if you don't want Dehya, the thing with Dehya too is they did announce officially in the 3.5 special program that Dehya is going to be a standard 5 star after 3.5. So after 3.5, if you lose 50-50 or you get a 5 star in the standard banner, there's a chance that it's going to be Dehya. So realistically speaking, the only reason why you might even be wishing on these banners would be, okay, if you want Cyno, or if you want to go for Bennett. The chances of getting Bennett are very low, because he's a 4 star. There's no guarantee for which 4 star you're gonna get. You might even get a 4 star weapon on the limited 5 star banner, right? So I know Bennett's very good, but Bennett alone, no matter how good Bennett is, I don't think he can carry the value of this banner alone. He just can't. Bennett has not decreased in value, in my opinion, at all. The only thing that has, I guess, happened. What happened, I guess, for a very long time, Bennett was kind of necessary for almost every team to make a team reach peak potential. But now with Dendro and a lot of other mechanics in the game too, like the Hydro Resonance and stuff like that, and even certain characters don't really care to have Bennett. So someone like Hu Tao doesn't. In fact, Hu Tao doesn't want Bennett because Hu Tao wants to stay under 50%. Hydro Resonance, like, with Yelan doesn't even want attack. What else? Right? And now with Dendro like mostly doesn't even need Bennett to be good. So the only redeeming factor about these banners is the fact that Cyno, a limited 5-star, this is your only chance to get Cyno. If you really want to get Cyno, and Cyno's okay. Cyno's an okay 5-star. He's just not great. He looks cool though, is I'm gonna say. But as for his kit, he may as well be just better Brazier for what he is. He's not that great in Aggravate. He's okay. He's pretty good, right? You can clear content if you build him well enough, but then the amount of investment you put into him would be better off. Like you'd basically get a lot more in return if you put the same amount of investment in that you put into him to 36-star Abyss and to get through all the content in Genshin. If you put it into someone else, you would clear Spiral Abyss much faster or earlier than if you put it into him. If that's your only goal is to clear all the content in Genshin, Cyno is not the one for you. But if you like his playstyle, consider building Razor. Especially if you're in a situation where I need my Primo Gems, Ayaka's there. Because let's talk about this then. Alright, Shenhe and Ayaka. Okay, like, Shenhe's not that important, but Ayaka is coming in the later half of 3.5. And Ayaka is one of the best DPSs. Like, she isn't like she isn't a character that when you get her on your account, you automatically win. Because there are still many situations where Ayaka is just not that great, or in fact even useless, especially if an Abyss is a cryo heavy, for example. So reason why I mention Abyss so much is because if your goal is to make your account stronger, at some point in mid game to end game, there's really nothing to do in Genshin, nowhere to take your characters to and test them out except for Spiral Abyss. So I'm gonna have to mention Spiral Abyss a lot. And if Abyss is heavy on cryo enemies, Ayaka kind of becomes useless. But if not, then she is one of the best DPSs in the game. Especially if you have certain characters that can support her very well. So an example of that would be Shenhe. So if you put the same amount of investment into Ayaka as with Cyno, you're gonna clear all the content in the game much faster and or earlier. So if that's your only goal, sure. But if you want to experience the Cyno playstyle, consider building Razor as an Electro Aggravate Hyperbloom carry. But it's up to you. If you really want Cyno, then we can't stop you. I don't even need to talk about this anymore. Moving on. Basically, TLDR, these banners, it's like they're trying to tell you indirectly, don't pull for this banner, pull for this banner. They even put the new 4-star and Mika. We're getting a new 4-star in 3.5. They put the new 4-star with the best cryo combo in the game. Although Mika isn't really a cryo support, at least from what we know of Mika. So basically, this banner is pull for Cyno if you really want him, and then stop. That's it. As for the weapon banners, I'm gonna say what I said in Discord earlier today. Yikes. That is not a great banner. These weapons are not terrible, by the way. Like, the polearm is actually okay. It's just that to fully maximize it, you either okay, you know what? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. I don't remember what Scarlet Sands does, but you know what? Let's take a look at the Claymore first. So this is apparently, right? This is apparently Dia's Claymore, right? Beacon of the Reed Sea. All right, sure. Okay, so average base attack, right? Average base attack for a 5-star, and at the same time average secondary stat, right? So it's not a high base attack, it's not a low base attack, it's average, and which is fine. Right, after elemental skill hits an opponent, attack will be increased by 20% for 8 seconds. After the character takes damage, their attack will be increased by 20% for 8 seconds. To mentioned, can trigger even without when the character is not on the field. Additionally, when not protected by a shield, character's max HP will be increased by 32%. So for Dehya, perfect. All of this is like perfect for Dehya because it literally was designed for Dehya. I'm gonna assume that she has some sort of HP scaling but just by looking at this, and it says here the character takes damage, but then at the same time, even when the character is not on the field. So that, and if we look back onto the onto her kit here, it is mentioned that she has a form of damage mitigation in her kit where she will she'll basically share the damage that your on-field character takes. Which means, yeah, she takes damage even from off the field because she reduces the amount of damage that your on-field character takes by taking some of that damage for herself. So basically, this is going to be permanent uptime for this stack. As for skill, okay, so the skill hitting an opponent, she has her skill is a sort of pyro albedo flower is what I could see of it. So yeah, this is basically designed for Dehya, but it can be pretty decent for other characters too. Like I can imagine this doing pretty okay for Diluc, because you get a ton of attack from it. It's okay, but then like if you have Gravestone, I would recommend just sticking to Gravestone. This is not an upgrade over Gravestone for someone like Diluc, but if you're building Diluc and you're still forcing yourself to play him in 36-star Abyss with him, I mean, sure, you do. If your Diluc is strong enough that you don't have to rage just to 36-star Abyss, sure. But if not, then what are you doing with yourself? Don't, please. People love you, man. Don't do that to yourself. It's an okay Claymore. It's an okay stat stick is what it is. Crit rate, secondary stat, always love that. Attack, pretty universal. Only the HP one really. And the thing is, like, maybe potentially someday in the future we might get other characters where the passive might actually be quite usable on. But then at that point you're pulling a weapon on the weapon banner over a speculation, which I really do not recommend, because getting weapons means you're just making characters stronger, but you're not really getting new gameplay, which sounds good in the early game, but even if you're in the early game now, at some point you're gonna reach mid game to end game, and at that point you're gonna regret deciding to make a character stronger instead of giving yourself new gameplay. Trust me, I'm an old player. I did the same exact thing, and now I'm regretting not wishing for certain characters to give myself new gameplay. So overall, it's an okay. It's not the worst 5-star ever, but I would say it's about on par as like Wolf's Gravestone, which looks good. Looks good on a lot of characters, but not game breaking for certain characters. They're not gonna make or break a character. We are going to get a free 4-star Claymore also in 3.5. Probably from one of the events. It's an EM. It's a high, it's a decently high base attack, 4-star, with a low-ish secondary stat EM. Within 8 seconds after the character's elemental skill hits an opponent, character triggers elemental reaction. Their attack elemental mastery will increase by, okay, what is this? Okay, this is R1. Is it R1? Yeah, okay. Right, this is R1. Attack will increase by 12%. EM will increase by 48%. So if we take other like weapon and refinement trends, they're probably just gonna give us free R5 of this. Given that if we complete the event, so realistically, this might be what 24% attack and maybe like 96 EM. Hits an opponent. Wow. Okay, that's actually a pretty good weapon for Diluc. Okay, so reason why I keep mentioning Diluc is Diluc is one of the better, I guess, Claymore users in the game. It's pretty hard to make him viable in endgame now. He requires a lot of investment. Now, earlier I mentioned Cyno. The investment that you put into Cyno to get him to clear content is better off putting into other more meta characters, like I mentioned earlier, Ayaka. But it's much worse with Diluc. Yeah, much worse Diluc. But yeah, you could realistically, if like I said earlier, if you want the Cyno gameplay, but you're in a situation where you don't have Primo Gems, but you just want to experience the Cyno gameplay, just consider building Razor as an EM Razor for either Aggravate. Well, I wouldn't recommend him for Aggravate, but I would recommend him for Hyper Bloom. Full EM Razor, Hyper Bloom, and this weapon might actually be pretty good on him. So he doesn't really care about the attack in a Hyper Bloom team. He really only cares about the EM, and there are some cheaper and better options out there for EM, especially like some other claymores, like 3-star claymores even. But 96 EM plus 110 sounds like a good deal to me. Yeah. Although in Razor's case, you might have to keep opponent characters trigger. Oh wow, you don't even need your skill to trigger the elemental reaction. It just means the character triggers the elemental reaction. So yeah, you don't even need to spam your skill. That's okay. That's actually a pretty good claymore. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so those are the new characters that we're getting, Mika and Dehya. So Mika being at least from what we could see from the 3.5 special program, he seemed to be on the surface, he seemed to be a character that might have gone really well with Eula. We don't know anything about his kit yet, other than what they said in the 3.5 special program. Him being a support and a healer. Yeah, that's it. And I really do not recommend wishing on these banners unless if you really want Cyno. Even if you want Bennett, that's a far stretch, man. You could spend tens of thousands of Primo Gems and not get a Bennett at all. So if your goal is Bennett, do not wish for these banners. If you don't want Dehya, if you don't want Cyno, don't wish for these banners. Alright, anyway, so especially because Ayaka, who is one of the most, I guess, successful DPSs in the game, there are, again, like I mentioned earlier, there are a few situations where you do not want where Ayaka isn't as optimal, or is basically useless, especially in a cryo heavy setup in Abyss. Yeah, so she's not a one-stop shop for just DPS, right? But she is very good if you're not, as long as you're not fighting cryo slimes. Right? She is one of the best DPS in the game. Especially if you have the right supports for her. Like for example, you have Shenhe. Hey, you win. You win the game. That's it. Alright, but other than that, there's also Rosaria, Diona. Oh, I almost forgot to mention this. It's a bit rough using Ayaka if you don't have an AoE off-field Hydra applier. So the 3 characters that I could think of that can fulfill that role are Kokomi, Mona, and even Nilou. Nilou being the least important, the least valuable of those 3. Because Nilou is a sword user, so she can't use TTDS, which you can use to give Ayaka an insane attack buff. So realistically speaking, you would prefer to be using Mona or Kokomi with Ayaka. While realistically speaking, you could use Xingqiu or Yelan for freeze, but that means you'd only be freezing like 1 or 2 enemies that are right in front of you, the ones that you're attacking. So ideally, it would be Kokomi or Mona. And if you don't have either, you're not going to feel as significant of an upgrade to your account until you get one of those two. But since Ayaka's here already, I would rather recommend saving your Primo Gems in the first half of 3.5 and going for Ayaka. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're getting a new Archon quest, the story quest 3.5, hangout, and new enemies too. Pretty excited about the new Abyss Herald. Yeah, the Cryo Herald. I'm not looking forward to this guy. Like, so the Black Serpent Knight enemies are kind of annoying, but hey, new enemy, new stuff to do. Sure, great, we love it. Yeah, so those are my thoughts. These banners are not great, but they're yeah, they probably one of the worst banner setups we've ever had in Genshin. Yeah, save your primos, get Ayaka, or if you already have Ayaka, like I would strongly consider Shenhe. You know, because she has really good synergy with Ayaka. And definitely only talking about her synergy with Ayaka, and definitely not because of how good she looks. Although she also looks good, like really good. I'm gonna end the video here. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See ya, and wish you luck on your pulls. I'm sorry, guys. I ignored you for so long. I rambled on for like too long. That was a really long video. In the very least, hey, I kept it under 20 minutes. So I might actually upload that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait. And to kind of celebrate. Oh, you know what? No. Okay, I almost made a mistake. I was going to level up a character to 20 just to get one more Acquaint Fate to do a 10 pull. And okay, I guess I shouldn't. Yeah, maybe not yet. I'm gonna save my Acquaint Fates for when Dehya comes onto the standard banner. Yeah, who knows? We might get Dehya. Who knows? We might get Dehya from the standard banner. 20 minutes. I really would have preferred to, like, because I feel like I didn't really talk much about banners. Like, TLD, I could have just said these banners are terrible, wish for Ayaka. I could have said that, and that would have been a video. I didn't even go too deep into specifics about like how the characters work, but I did try that before. Like before I started streaming, I used to just make videos like that, and I used to super heavily script everything that I wanted to say, including the jokes and whatever cringe-worthy jokes I had. And it took me like an entire day and sometimes 2 days to script a video. It took me another day to film a video because I was new to it. I didn't have a very good workflow, and I was very slow at it, especially because I was limited with the hardware that I had. And it would take me like another day or two just to edit it. So by the time that my video would come out, it would already be like way too late. But yeah, that was kind of my problem before. Whenever I was scripting them, I would try. No, my mistake back then was like I was trying to cram in as much information as I could. I was basically explaining what each of the characters on the banners did, how to play them, what teams they were good in, trying to cram all that information into one video. And then when I start recording my script, I would realize, wait, this is a 28-minute video. And then later on, I would, like, once I started editing, I would start to cut out chunks, like huge chunks of the script that I wrote. And then I realized, this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna C6 my Bennett. Mark my words. Whoa, really? Hey, also good to see you, Kurin. I'm sorry, man. I was recording a video. Sorry for ignoring you guys. Hey, what's up, Silky? Good to see you, man. When is 3.4? March 1st? Yes, March 1st. Well, for me anyway. If you're in the Americas, if you're in North and South America, it might be still evening for you. No, yeah, actually, yeah, it might still be evening for you if you're in North and South America. Side no megalol. Sorry, I'm going back in chat trying to see what I missed. Not quite sure. I haven't spoiled myself either. Probably is considering he's mod. My resin's capped. Your resin's capped? Wait. No, wait. Hang on. Okay. No. I forgot to go back to Genshin. Alright, hang on, Happy. I'm coming. Where is it? Okay, I'm logging in right now. I'm gonna save your resin. Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, that's right. So other than the banners, a few days ago, on Saturday, in fact, what is it, Saturday or Friday? I remember wanting to stream just because of the... Oh, wow. You're almost capped, man. Well, it's not capped yet, so it's fine. Nothing too bad. It's not capped on resin yet. But I remember wanting to stream this Saturday, like this recent Saturday, because of the drip marketing. So this might actually be bigger news than Dehya, because Dehya is Dehya. Baizhu. Drip marketing for Baizhu. They did it. We know he's coming now. Now, okay. I'm gonna share some of my thoughts about that. Oh, this is the Asia server. I can't double click it. Okay. I can't just double click it because this is Asia server, so my ping is low.
Time to go.
So 3.5 is almost here, and they just released drip marketing of Baizhu and Kave. There isn't much of a trend on how MiHoYo designs their characters, like whether they make a character good or they make a character bad based on different factors, right? Like, for example, Cyno and Baizhu are pretty old characters already. Oh, Happy, what are you using resin on? Good morning, RJ. Yo, what's up, Frymon? Good to see you, man. It's morning for you. Yo, good morning. Good morning, man. Happy, what are you using resin on? So, like, for example, okay, to continue my topic from before, Cyno and Baizhu are both pretty old characters, right? So I'm using Cyno here as an example because Cyno has been released, and Cyno is one of the older characters that, you know, MiHoYo has like basically shown us new artifact domain. You mean this thing? Are you farming this? Yeah, basically MiHoYo has like, well, we know that he exists, right? He has existed for a long time, and Baizhu too. We saw Baizhu in Liyue in like a really early, in I guess the first Archon quest, and we knew that he was Dendro because we already saw his, and this was way before Dendro came out. We already knew that he was going to be Dendro just from his Dendro I was about to say gnosis. Vision. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Yeah, give me a sec. I'm going to start uploading that now. Where are my recordings? Just so the is this it? How long is it? Give me a sec, guys. Hang on. Okay, finally time to start. Only talking about her synergy with have Ayaka prefer to 21 minutes using. Okay, that's a 21-minute video. You know what? I think it's fine. I think it's not the worst thing ever. All right. So there you go. Okay, I'm gonna start uploading that just so I can get it going. All right, I'll deal with the description and other stuff later. That's it? It's an artifact? This is an artifact domain? Why are there so few enemies? They're like really squishy enemies too. What? I've never been in this domain before. Free theory. Last 5 stars to come out next version are broken. Kazuha, Yelan, Baiju. If Baiju is good, and yeah, and there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, with coming up with that coming to that conclusion, right? And in fact, I don't even have a conclusion. I don't have a conclusion because if you look at Cyno as an example, then you'd think, oh, well, characters that have existed for a long time in Genshin's lore aren't very good. But then if you take Ayaka here, for example, Ayaka is really good. And Ayaka has pretty much existed in Genshin's, like, maybe not lore, but like Ayaka has not been mentioned before in lore, but she has been mentioned. Sorry, the only mention of her that players know about is, I guess, from like beta tests from like even before Genshin was released. So I guess technically people knew she is a similar character to Cyno and Baiju, where a lot of people knew of her existence already, and she came out great when she was released. So there's not, and that's just why I mentioned earlier that there isn't a trend whether old characters are going to be good or not, because we do have an example of an old character that is good, but we also have an example of an old character that isn't very good.
Take flight.
One with nature.
Whirling snow.
The wind knows me.
Decided by destiny. Let me scribe.
But I guess that does make sense, like that one, where characters that are released towards the end of a patch are of a main like patch are pretty good. So there is logic in there too. And the problem with that is so the fact that Baiju's drip marketing is coming out now means that he might be coming in like 2 or 3 version updates from now, which means, okay, after that 3.6, maybe 3.7 or maybe 3.8. Now, will we even have a 3.8, or are we going into 4.0 by then? Because now I don't remember when, like, I don't remember the 1. Before, you know, what version we were at before 2.0 and before 3.0. All I remember is that I guess it was either 1.8 or 1. I think it was 1.7, right? 1.7 and then 2.0, or and then 2.8 and then 3.0. I don't remember exactly, but basically we don't get there aren't basically what I'm trying to say. There aren't that many version updates remaining before 4.0, and by the time we get to 4.0, you're gonna start to you know, we might wish that we had saved a lot more before we get to 4.0, because you bet 4.0 we're getting new characters. We're getting new characters. At Hydro, it's going to be. If you think Hydro is good now, think about the Hydro arc in Genshin, like meta lore. Sorry, what did I just say? Meta lore. Right? Imagine the Hydro arc. Okay, so here's an example. Dendro was basically a zero element back then. It didn't exist before, and then somehow. Now it's like one of the best things in the game. In the Dendro arc of Genshin. So somehow, someway, they managed to make an element that didn't exist before into something so good that it's, you know, it's often hailed as broken. Imagine how good Hydro is now, even before the Hydro arc. And imagine the Hydro arc, or how good Hydro is going to be. Decided to watch Fate Grand Order. What? Okay, very random. But hey, if you like an anime, you like an anime, man. Nothing wrong with that. Version 2 was pretty long. 2.8. Just 1.6. Oh, wow, really? Okay. I don't remember that. I can't believe it. You remember, Jammy boy. Did you look it up, or do you actually remember that? We meet the Hydro Archon, and Xingqiu's character description just changes from vision to gnosis. What the heck? Alright. Let's... I mean, I'm thinking of the lore, and like, that's some crackpot thing. Crackpot theory right there. But, like, meta-wise, like, he might as well be the Hydro Archon. Despite how good Yelan is, like, even Yelan isn't as impressive as Xingqiu. Xingqiu has single-handedly held up the meta, the Hydro meta for ever since 1.0. Ever since 1.0, when Diluc was the character to have. Diluc was the DPS to have since 1.0. Xingqiu was the guy holding up Diluc, basically. Right? And Xingqiu has managed to do that since 1.0 and has managed to stay relevant, and not even just stay relevant, but be very important in the Dendro arc. And the Dendro arc, the Geo, well, Geo, okay, like the Geo doesn't care. Geo is Geo. Geo just wants Geo. But in basically everything, right? Anemo. So Anemo, okay, sure, you want Anemo damage, but then like at the same time, if you're running Anemo like EM, typically you would want, okay, you would want to do Electro Charge. Okay, so what do you need for Electro Charge? You need Hydro. Who is the best Hydro applier in the game, like off-field? Well, one of them is Xingqiu. Right, and because it's off-field, yep, definitely not child. What am I doing? I haven't used Ayaka's burst a single time. Ow.
Let me scribe. My apologies.
Imagine we... I looked it up. Oh, you did. Okay. Oh, EM. Oh, awesome. Wait, do we want EM on this set? I never really thought about this set. Just because I don't know. I just find myself not ever needing the other set. I don't know. I feel like I would feel pretty. I wouldn't feel very good if what's his name? If Baiju ended up being really good, because Baiju might be coming in 3.7 or 3.8. If we even have a 3.8, and if that happened, that's really close to the Fontaine arc. Right? And by Fontaine, we're gonna get some really good characters by then. The Hydro, we're gonna get an Archon. You definitely, you bet you're gonna want to pull for that Archon. No Archon so far is bad. Like and in fact, every Archon is super good, whether it be in one specific niche or a lot of stuff. I guess Venti is is the best at crowd control, like with waves and waves of little enemies. Zhongli is the best at Zhongli's a cheat code is what he is. Yeah, Zhongli's a cheat code. Turn off your brain and finish Genshin? Sure. Right? Zhongli is basically a cheat code, is what he is. Raiden Shogun is the best at taking energy recharge and making it into damage. And even, like, basically just having energy. Right? And dishing out damage at the same time. Nahida is the same, but with EM. Dishing out damage with EM. And there's no other character in each respective element that's better than them at what they do. So you bet if Xingqiu, how good Xingqiu is now, imagine the Hydro Archon being better than that. I can't imagine. Okay, well, I guess they could do what they did with Yelan and basically they couldn't make Yelan, despite Yelan being a very similar kit to Xingqiu, they couldn't make her better than Xingqiu, because that would have been way too OP, and that would have made it harder to sell the Hydro Archon. Yeah, because they would have had to make the Hydro Archon so much better, which would have been really not good for balance at all. Yeah, it would have been awful for the sake of balance. But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. I'm not gonna feel very good if Baiju ends up being really good. Kaveh, I don't know. What do you? I don't think we've gotten any information about Kaveh, right? No one has talked about what Kaveh does. I'm not even very interested in like him as a character. Well, he looks hot, but like I said in the very beginning of this stream, I just thought Kaveh's how good he looks aesthetically is plus 10 immediately. Plus 10 points. But then like how easily Alhaitham manages to bully him like he was like a wimpy kid is immediately minus 11 points for me. I already don't want his character. Finally gonna know if Lynette. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that is true. Yeah, they're from Fontaine. Oh, yeah, that's true. Those I don't know what they are. Like I don't think they're twins. Whatever they are. Is that their name? How do you... were there names in that trailer? Linny and Lynette? I don't remember. I haven't even seen that trailer myself. You know? Yeah, like, really. I'm being very honest here. I've never seen that trailer myself. I've really only seen clips of it, of people including it in their videos. Two in one character? How would that work? No, I don't think that would be possible. I don't know. How would that be possible? I'm because MiHoYo hasn't introduced any form of no. I mean, they kind of have. They kind of have introduced a game, basically a game mechanic in Genshin where you can have not just the main characters but like other characters as well. You'd be controlling other characters, and that was the fungi event, right? Like the Pokemon fungi event, but that wasn't really with like a fully complete character, and they haven't given us. They haven't shown any sort of gameplay mechanic that allows you to swap characters that are the same character, like, right? We haven't gotten that before.
Shadows of fate. My apologies.
So I don't think they're going to be a 2-in-1 character, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but MiHoYo seems to like in MiHoYo. Basically, they maybe not test out, but they put in new gameplay mechanics in events, sometimes months or even a year before they make it into. They use the same gameplay mechanic on a different permanent part of the game. Like for example, some of the puzzles in the Golden Apple Archipelago rerun. Some of the puzzles were very, very similar to some of the puzzles in Sumeru. And the Golden Apple Archipelago rerun came right before Sumeru. Right? So if you think about it, they haven't done that with a 2-in-1 character yet. Like, how would that work? But that would be cool though. Like I would, if that actually happened, that would be cool. That would be a very unique gameplay experience.
Follow the wind.
Like Raiden. No, I mean like Raiden only swaps out in lore, but not really. Oh no. This is immune to cryo. Okay. I just remembered. Okay, sure. There you go. A child stance, but switch characters instead. Low, right? Because like it would just look like you're swapping characters, right? Like, wouldn't it just look like you're swapping characters? Although that, not gonna lie, that does seem like an interesting idea. With a child, he just switches stances and doesn't really change the character model. So I think it would look really very different from whatever we have now. Things they've done in version 3 units are amazing. Scar, levitating, Cyno armor. Cyno armor? Oh, like the... Well, I mean... If you're talking about like the whole Electro Dog Spirit thing, Razor kind of had that in day one. You know, I would actually be interested in a story that mentioned sorry, a story that no, an interaction between Cyno and Razor. That actually seems interesting to me. Because they both have very similar similar like wolf spirits. And I remember Ashikai talking about this. Apparently like the wolf spirit that possesses Cyno is a quote-unquote Anubis. It's not like Anubis, you know, like in Egyptian lore, or sorry, not lore, Egyptian mythology. And apparently the one that possesses Razor is more akin to like another one who is, I don't remember what the relationship was, but I guess like they were brothers or whatever. I don't remember, but she mentioned something like that. The two wolf spirits are related to each other. Maybe not by blood. What is this? Animo. Okay. Unit, elemental burst. The flurry of attacks when it comes to aid doubles your DPS. Maybe it could be something like that. It could be okay. I can picture that out. I can picture that one out. Right, like when one character bursts, it would be something like Kaching's burst or Alhaitham's burst, but then it would be like you would see the other one. You would see the other one come out and do the slashes. But then realistically, like if you think about it, then the other character really doesn't do anything. Oops, wrong teleport. Yeah, kinda, I don't know, last long. Hire us. No, there's a reason why you and I don't work at MiHoYo. There's like the people who work on these characters and like their kits. Imagine, like, I can't imagine the level of creativity these people have. It's insane. Having to come up with new concepts, especially back then. Not now. They can kind of just recycle character kits and stuff like that, right? They can just recycle stuff and you know, they can recycle ideas because they already have a lot of unique kits in the game, and they can start to like put them together and come up with like a new one, a new concept that came out of a concept of two character kits put together. Whereas back then they actually had to come up with it. NPC co-op partner. wait, I just remembered. There have been situations where we do have an NPC following us. I just remembered. Remember that the Aranyaka quest where there was the girl NPC that was following us? Oh my god. Oh no, I swear, please don't do that. And in the desert, Jet and like the other guy, the guy that died here, they were NPCs that were following us around, that was helping us. And also in the underground quest in in the desert of Hadramaveth, there was Jet and the big guy. All right, that would be awful. That would actually be awful if they did that. But I guess I don't know. Wouldn't that be interesting? I feel like that would be very inconsistent because that would be very AI dependent. Because like you would have one element on the main character, unless if they have the same elephant, the same element maybe. If they have the same element, okay, sure, it doesn't matter. But if they both have different elements, and you imagine if you could swap between the two, how would that work? That would be so cool. But I feel like that would be really hard game design wise. But I think it would be so cool. Yeah, that would be a first. Oh, I guess they could do something like that as a first, as like a first attempt. Because remember, there is a what is it called? The marionette, the harbinger, the marionette. So remember how she had like this big robot behind her in the official art that we've seen of her. In fact, in that trailer that we actually saw her. So I was thinking, okay, so if at some point we do get the marionette, if she becomes a playable character, because you know they've given us playable harbingers, but they've also just killed off some harbingers and made them impossible to become playable. So if the marionette does end up becoming a playable character, my guess is that she's going to be very similar to how the fungi Pokemon event worked. If you remember that, you basically pick a main target and then all your summons are going to focus fire on that. Similar to... Oh, hi, what's up, Kaidahara? How's it going, man? Similar to... they like you know how we have summoner enemies now, right? We have summoner enemies like the new Pyro lady, the new Dendro lady, the Geo, like the big Geo guy, and the Animo lady in the desert. Like they have summons. It might be something similar to that. That was my guess. But they could do something like that. Like they could use that as a stepping stone to that new kind of game mechanic, where you would be able to basically have an extra character out there. I don't know. I think it's very weird. I can't imagine it right now. It seems it doesn't feel like Genshin, I guess. It feels like a completely different game. Fatuis get a passive. The enemy Fatuis don't aggro. It doesn't make sense why they attack Annihilate. Alright. That would be cool, but at the same time you'd be basically destroying one huge part of the event of the game. But maybe, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's MiHoYo, so there's no telling what they could do to surprise us. Anyway, I've kind of run out of topics to talk about. I guess there are still a few other things. Like, we didn't really talk about Dia's kit on stream, but I guess I'll just save that for maybe for tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not even sure if I can stream tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of. I guess we're out of stuff to do. We're out of stuff to do. It is a bit late too, so I really gotta get going. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys coming by to hang out. If any you need any help building your characters, accounts, or need any help making a decision on which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links in the pinned message and YouTube chat and in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams. Thank you guys so much for coming by to hang out and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening. Take care, everybody. Bye, guys. Thanks for listening to me ramble for 4 hours, especially when we were talking about topics that weren't even related to Genshin. Alright. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye.